Hey there, YouTube. Mad Witch. Not feeling too well. Not my normal spunky self. No, I'm not drunk. I'm just not feeling too well. So a lot of my subscribers already know uh, that there's a little issue going on between some of the people within. I don't want to say my circle or the community, but those are the only words I can think of right now. And yes, my glasses are broken. I ended up stepping on them, so they're all fucked up. Hey, see, still, what's going on? But there is a little drama between one of a person that I know here on YouTube, a person that I've done a few live streams with, a person that I enjoy their company. I enjoy talking to them and learning about their history, their culture, their perspective on life, as any witch or pagan should be doing, is enjoying learning about other people's cultures. I mean, that's what makes us strong. That's what makes us better. That's what makes us more unique, more understanding, more what's the word? I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry. I'm really sick, so don't mind it. But when I heard about this initial drama between these two, I'm the kind of person that likes to look at both sides of the coin. Go ahead and watch that video I did before. You got to look at both sides of the coin in order to get the whole story. And I was just informed that this particular person just started talking mad fucking shit about me. And but here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. The person that I'm talking about right now, I'm not going to mention names until I either see them in the chat or they pop up. I did send them a link to this chat, so if they randomly pop up, then yeah, I'll have a conversation. I'll talk about this. Let's hash it out. I'm not afraid to do so. Tell me how you really feel. But the internet is not a place to start this drama, and I just want to squash it. So yeah, it's going to be one of those days. But I did email them talking mad shit about Mad Witch, right? I did respectful as I always am when I invite somebody onto my channel. Yes, I'm a small channel. Yeah, I don't make money. Yeah, I don't have anything to offer people who come onto my channel. But the 6th of this month is when I messaged this person, saying just that, I have a small YouTube channel and I've seen a few of your videos. Some of them I can't agree with, which, I'm pretty sure that even some of my subscribers, there are videos that I have done that you don't agree with. I'm 100% sure that you don't 100% agree with me. And I don't blame you. Everybody has their own perspective of life. Everybody has their own political standing. Everybody has their own path to walk. So that's understandable. I said, I would like to extend a friendly invitation to you to join me on my channel for a live chat. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you for your time. Blessed be, Mad Witch. P.S. I don't make money off of YouTube, so your time will be a community donation to the pagan YouTube community. Best day for me would be a Saturday around 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, which normally is, I had to call off work. I just feel fucking sick. They messaged me back. Hi, I gave it some thought, and decided to chat with you. Give me your details of what the chat will be about. I would also like to chat via Hangouts beforehand, which acceptable, yes. Get, work out a little bit of ground rules. We don't know each other. I mean, even before Loken and I did our first a video together. We talked a little bit offline out of YouTube and figured everything out, and then we started Heathen Haven not soon after. P.S. Someone gave me a heads up that you're friends with the other person who was involved in this drama. Again, I'm not going to name names quite yet. You are your own person, so I'll assume you are doing this based on your curiosity. Let me know. Well, thanks to our community, then I found out that this person made another video, talking about me this time. So I said, I just watched one of your videos. If that is how you talk about others, then we will be talking about other things, which I wasn't originally planning on talking about the drama. I was originally going to talk about this person's perspective, their more social political perspective. There was just some things I just didn't quite agree with, and I wanted to understand where this person was coming from, because everybody experiences everything differently. So again, both sides. I just wanted to have a conversation to understand where you were coming from with the ideas about the relationship between the LGBT community and others outside of it. Now you disrespect me for no reason other than the other person, and I so happen to be in the same community on YouTube. So I'm free now. I'm going to be starting a live stream. Now talking about this. If you wish to come defend your position, you are very welcome to do so. I'm sorry, but this email and your video, the email she sent me, and your video says two different things and don't line up. I'll send you a link of the live stream, and then just as I was getting this set up, I sent a link. So now I'm just either waiting for this person to come into the chat. If you are in the chat right now, please speak up. I did email you the link to, and I know you know who I'm talking about. I know you know I'm talking about you. If you wish to come on right now, you can. I'm not going to be talking about much other than this. So please join me. I would like to have a civil discussion about this. I don't appreciate being disrespected for no reason. Like, if I hurt you in some way, which I know I didn't, because I don't know you, I've never spoken with you. I sent you one email. I did go into one of your live streams asking for an answer, but that was it. I've never said anything ill about you. I've never really talked about you. But you know who you are. I have a video. I have the video up right now. I want to play it, but I'm having mixed feelings about it. And it's just one of those things to where I don't know what to do with this, because one, I don't really like drama, but on the other hand, I don't like being disrespected either, especially when there is no cause for you to disrespect me. That needs alcohol. That seriously needs fucking alcohol. I don't think I could actually stomach alcohol right now, which really fucking sucks. So, I'll take it from the chat. What do you guys want me to do? Do you guys want me to just chat about bullshit and, you know, bring up a topic from chat, talk about that for a little bit until this person decides to come in, or would you rather me just play the fucking video and call her a day? Right now I'm in Google Hangouts just so it's easier for this person to come in. So I don't see anybody in the chat. Stu is here. Says one person's watching. Well, normally people are on this like hotcakes. Yeah. Up to you. Well, like I said, it's I'm split. You know, I am. Unless you guys want to see me do a fucking meditation, I mean, then that's. But it's. I'm torn. I am torn. Just for the sake of internet morality, I'm torn because drama isn't really my thing. Debunking is my thing. Debates, arguments, that's my thing. Not drama, not pointing fingers at people, not, you know, oh, this is what. No, it's if you're being stupid, I'm going to point it out. That's what my channel has been about pretty much the entire time. Yeah, drama does suck. It's, you know, not only do, you know, I mean, when it comes to being an adult, being an adult is very stressful. For my younger viewers out there, I'm talking about my younger viewers now. Being an adult is very stressful. You think that the drama you have in high school is you know, complicated, you know, that's like the worst of it. No, it gets a lot worse. It gets a lot worse later on in life. And there are just some people who don't want to, oh, that don't want to grow up and stop the drama. They like the drama. They crave it. It's a way to bring attention to themselves. Yeah, I realize right now I'm sounding very hypocritical. I am sounding extremely hypocritical right now. And you know, yeah, my title's a little clickbaity. You know, it just I need the views. All right, I need the views. I need to get some views. It'll make me feel better. Hey, Hellbound, what's going on? But when you hit a certain age, you need to just try to get the drama away and just stay away from it. You know, I keep telling people who want to, people my age or even older, that wants to. I'm not feeling too well. Like, I feel like I'm about to throw up even now, and I end up calling into work, and one of our good pals decided to send me a G plus link to some bullshit, and I'm in that mood, and no, I'm not drunk. Before you even say anything, I'm not drunk. I'm in that mood to where I'm getting sick of it. And I did nothing. I did nothing wrong. I swear to you, I did nothing wrong. But now I'm being talked shit about for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like I was polite, I was kind, I was nice, and now I'm being talked shit about. So I don't, I've never done a video on this person. I've never nothing with this person, and now they're attacking me personally, attacking me. So yeah, mad shit about mad, which sounds mad. Aren't you glad I chose that as my fucking channel name? Asshole. Well, that's what I'm debating right now, is whether I should show the video. I have it pulled up right where this person starts talking about me. I'm looking at it right now. I'm debating on that, or just talking to the viewers about how to, try to stay away from the drama as much as possible. Yes, sometimes you can't get out of it. I understand that. Sometimes the drama just pulls you in and you have to go in and defend yourself. I get that. And that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to get this person here so that way I can defend myself and they can defend themselves. I'm normally very fair when it comes to this kind of stuff. You only live once. Was it really all that bad? Well, it's bad in a way, yes, because this person hinted at me being a skinhead just because I'm bald. No, I'm a wild baldo. The great Baldillus Homius. But drama really isn't beneficial to human nature. Disagreements, debate, yes, can be beneficial because it allows you to see another side of the coin, another perspective. It may not change your mind about the situation or the subject or whatever may be going on, whatever the debate's about, but you will be able to learn from that situation and apply it to your life later on down the road. That is very beneficial to human nature, and especially now that we are the most social we have ever been in history. But when it comes to drama, just talking shit about another person for whatever fucking reason, not actually confronting them with a debate or a logical argument, but going down to ridiculing, name calling, pointing fingers, misrepresentation. This is, I'm not saying you can't say it. I'm still a very staunch believer of the First Amendment. But, okay, fine. Bolts are in. Just play the damn video. All right. How the fuck do I do this again? There we go. Let's do this. Share. I hope this will actually pick up the noise, or remote. Oh no, it's not going to be privatized. It needs to get out there, and I did say I did send this person a link to this chat, so if the person is watching this video right now, now you definitely know who you are. You can come in. But yeah.
Off the couch, bitch. Who gives a fuck, girl? Girl, who gives a fuck? Bitch, do you even have a couch?
Yes, I do.
When I move, I'm starting fresh, mama. Only thing gonna be used that's going with me to my new house is my TVs and my electronics. Everything else is gonna be brand new. But once again, girl, we're gonna go into it. Thank you, Dea. Oh, Mad Witch want to do an interview with me? Oh, girl, I'll pass. Thank you for telling me that Mad Witch is her friend.
And there we go. So that's because she's a transsexual. She transitioned from a man to a woman, so that's why she sounds like a guy. So it's a very typical thing to happen with the transition. But hold on, it gets worse.
I'll pass. Sorry, Mad Witch.
All right, so in this video, which was done on the 25th, she said no, she will not do the live stream with me. But she emailed me yesterday saying, "Sure, let's talk." So within 24 hours, she changed her mind apparently about not having the interview to having the interview.
I'll pass. We'll do the interview in person.
Yeah, exactly. I'm guilty by association, and that's in the email. She's like, "I understand you're your own person, but apparently this video says something completely different."
I'm not doing a virtual interview, honey. We can do it in person. As I said before.
And that in-person part is not going to happen. I'm not going to buy a plane ticket out to wherever you live, or a bus ticket or train ticket or whatever the fucking cheapest method is to get the fuck out there. I'm not going to do it in person. This is why we have Google Hangouts. This is why we have Skype. This is why we have the internet. This is why we are in the age of communication. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely not playing with a real deck. That's, yeah, exactly.
Y'all could be witches all day long. Y'all could be pagans all day long. I'm not a pagan. I'm not a pagan, darling. We're gonna have different points of views. Girl, flat that. Ooh, this smells so good, y'all. This is orange cinnamon cloves, y'all. This smells so good. Girl, I was gonna actually hit Mad Hat up too. Mad Witch, not Mad Hat.
Yes, I am nutty like the Mad Hatter. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
I was gonna hit Mad Witch actually and say, yeah, we'll do an interview on Saturday. I'll pass.
And like I said, she made this the 25th, which was Friday? Yeah, Friday. Yesterday was the 26th, which was Saturday. And so between Friday, this video, she's saying, no, I'm not. And then yesterday, she emails me. So which is it? You know, are you going to be on this channel? Are you not going to be on this channel? Are you going to just keep talking shit about me on your live streams? You know, I'd like to settle this.
Oh, he's trying to read me down too. He can read me down, bitch. He looks retarded anyway.
Read me down. I think that means I don't know. I don't even know what that fucking means. But if I had to take a wild stab in the dark, throw a dart at a fucking dictionary, I think it means trying to know where they're coming from, or assuming where they're coming from. I think that's what that means. If I'm wrong, please let me know. I have no idea what that means. And I look retarded. Well, fine, I guess. You know, everybody has, you know, there are people with that face that you just want to fucking punch. So I guess I'm one of those people with the face that just looks retarded. If you actually, you know, watch some of my videos, you would know that I am far from. And doing that constantly, the pursing up your lips and looking seductively in the camera and flipping your fucking hair back is annoying as fuck. Like, and the clicking, the smacking of your lips, stop. Like, I cannot take an argument seriously when you start doing that and when you start being disrespectful to the next shiny object. Well, hopefully thanks to this video, I'll get a few more views because of her. You know, and then people will be like, oh, Mad Witch ain't so bad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So thanks for the drama. Just making me famous.
Retarded anyway. I don't go back and forth with retarded looking people. Another married loser, honey.
Not married. I'm actually now currently single. Yes, me and Witch's girl broke up. It is unfortunate, but sometimes relationships just end. Never was married, never been married, never will be married. I think marriage is a sham. I just don't believe in marriage as it stands today, if that makes any sense.
Another married loser, honey. You a man, stay in your place. You're a heterosexual man. A heterosexual man getting in an argument between two transgender women. Oh, I took it back. A married heterosexual man is getting into an argument, or not even an argument, but just two bitches that don't agree with the same thing. Get in between. What about your wife? What about your fucking wife, bitch? But she probably was crying, honey. Even though he wants her.
Okay, so she's talking about me wanting to get with Lady Ambrosia. And no, that's not how it's working right now. That's just not how it is. I don't want to get with Ambrosia. Yes, she is a very attractive woman. I'm not going to deny that. If I denied it, I'd be lying. But I'm not getting after her. I'm not trying to get after her. I joke. And yes, my jokes are inappropriate at times. You know, maybe a little raunchy, you know, but people understand. People understand my kind of jokes. Obviously, this person does not. Most of my subscribers understand that when I say something stupid, that I'm most likely joking.
This one is dark.
Close your mouth when you're chewing.
And she know, and this is the crazy part about it is he's married, she's married, supposedly.
Again, not married.
I'm married with my husband, and I know a guy who's married with his wife, and him and I are friends. And I know that he's making little sexual remarks towards me, or he's acting like he likes me. If I'm happily married, why am I going to entertain this man? And that's what I like about my best friend. My best friend has been married for 16 years. And there have been men and women that have made passes at her. And what I would admire about her is she will cut that off, even if it comes down to money. She will cut that off before she even let them think that there's anything outside of being friends. I was in her live feed, and this is where I even knew that this motherfucker was even married. He was talking about how he would do her live on that chat. I even told her, I said, girl, you might want to watch out, because
I think that was on one of Hellbound's videos. I think that's what she's talking about. Hellbound had Lady Ambrosia on his channel a few times, and one of the times I came in, I was like, I said something stupid. I said something stupid. What was it? Like damn lady, you hot, or some shit like that. Or, like, I'd totally bang you, or just some stupid shit like that. And then my ex, when we were still dating, she chimed in and said something stupid. It was all fun and games. It was a joke. Lady Ambrosia understood that, and I'm fairly certain everybody in that chat understood that. I joke like that with a lot of my female friends, and nothing's going to happen. Everybody knows nothing's going to happen. So to take a joke this far is kind of redundant and asinine.
He's speaking as if you guys are having sex and stuff. Oh no, he's just joking. He's married. They don't want it. They don't want it, honey. He looks and acts like a queen. Let's not go there, darling. She was talking about tranny chaser, Marco being the tranny chaser. No. He's the tranny chaser.
Hey. When the surgery is good, I'm going to compliment it, all right? There's just... I mean, take... Well, to be completely and totally honest, Lady Ambrosia is a very attractive. Again, like I said, she is very attractive. Just like Blair White. Blair White is a transsexual. They did a really good job on her surgery. She is very attractive. When they do a good job, they do a good job. I'm going to compliment it. I'm not a tranny chaser because I say, one, I joke around, or two, I say, yes, this transsexual woman is very attractive, physically appealing. Yes. Am I going to fuck her? Am I going to fuck a transsexual woman? No. I don't like dick. So this is me being a tranny chaser. Is that what she said? Yeah, tranny chaser is absolutely asinine. And I think I had Lady A on my channel once. I forgot what the conversation was about. Dick. Madwich is a tranny chaser confirmed because this tranny said so.
A queen. Mind your business, bitch. Mind your business, bitch.
And why does she keep calling me a queen? Does she think I'm a drag queen or something? No, I am a cis heterosexual male. I don't wear fucking women's underwear. I don't wear skirts. The kilt doesn't count. Shut the fuck up. I don't wear women's clothing. I don't wear makeup. So I don't know if she's calling me like a drag queen or whatever. I don't know what the fuck she's saying anymore. But this isn't the worst part. This isn't the worst part.
Thank you, Neosha. Yeah, that's his name.
I can't even do it that loud.
Everybody think that, Willow. Everybody think that's all right. You trying to sit on YouTube and you're trying to convince us that you're happily married. But yeah, you told me that you were not in love with this man. You told me that you were forced into being married due to your Romani culture. Then you have a guy who's your friend. He's married, and in your live feed, when there was like, I want to say 15 people in there, probably not even that. She probably had 9 people in there. He's like, my son, who was so have sex with a lady? A married man, even jokingly, like,
oh,
his wife needs a slap.
Hello. So, those of you who can't see right now, she has joined us. Ancient Egyptian Magic's your name, right? Is there something? Is there something that you would prefer to be called?
No, that's it. Mm-hmm.
Or would you mind if I just called you Ancient?
Sure.
All right. You can call me Matt. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. So you got my email. Let me get my headset in real quick so I can get some of this feedback out of here. If I can find my headphones. All right. Let me hook up here real quick. Son of a bitch. Alrighty. All right. I'm going to be moving some windows around so I can get in a better seated position, and I could actually see you. I had it on a monitor over here, and my camera was blocking the way. I don't. Are you watching the chat at all?
I was.
I don't think I got my headset all the way in. All right, try talking again.
Okay, go ahead. Can you hear me?
There we go. Okay. Yeah, my headset wasn't connected right.
Okay.
All right, there we go. I can hear you just fine. All right, hello. Thank you for joining me. So, how long have you been here?
I actually just got in. I said before I join this chat, I want to see what he's saying. So it's not going to be a fight. I'm down for debating. Virtual fighting, that's not my thing. So right. I'm down to defend, because I think that you think that I'm talking. Now, let me ask you this. Is Hellbound Heathen and you the same person? No,
we are two different people.
There you go. So there was a misunderstanding between what I was saying. Hellbound Heathen is who I was talking about in that video, not you. So I don't know if
I am the Mad Witch.
Yeah, so I was not talking about you being a train trick, so I was talking about Hellbound Heathen. I never talked about you. I don't know who you are. Willow Whirlwind came in my chat room. That's who I was responding back and forth with. And they told me that you wanted to interview me and you were friends with Lady Ambrosia. So when I look back at the chat, and you can even look at underneath the comment section, I put that everything in that video that I was talking about was for Hellbound Heathen, not you. I don't know you. We never talked. I never seen any of your content. Even when I was in Lady A's chat, I never seen you comment. So I didn't know that you guys are affiliated at all until when that person said that.
All right. Well, everything that you said was true. Lady Ambrosia and I don't want to say are friends in that way. We have had live streams together. We are more compatriots in the YouTube community. Hellbound Heathen and I, yes, are two different people.
Mm.
And and he just said all white people look alike, so it's okay.
Well, I don't think I don't think that, but
No, it's a joke. It's a joke. I
okay.
I tell jokes like that all the time myself.
Okay.
But no, yeah, Hellbound and I are two different people. He has his own channel. I have this one. There have been times where Hellbound or I would have Lady A on our shows.
Okay.
And yes, I have mentioned what you said about the joke about me saying who'd fuck Lady A, or whatever, that kind of shit. That's just my sense of humor. That's just how I grew up, around my friends and everything. And I joke like that with a lot of my female friends. It's just not. I don't actually want to have sex with Lady Ambrosia.
Well, I never seen you say that, though. That's what I'm saying. Everything in that video was for Hellbound Heathen. I was in her chat, and when she stepped away, he made a joke. So I told her outside of YouTube, I said, girl, you might want to nip that in the butt because you're married. So it's going to look like you're being a whore. You know how people start rumors online. She responded to me that Hellbound Heathen was also married, and they were just cool. So I'm like, okay, but nip that in the butt. But anyway, like I said, everything in that video was not about you. I didn't, like I said, I don't know anything about you. I don't know if you, I didn't know that you knew her until that chat that I did when you showed that video. I was like, what? They're connected? I didn't know that. I had no idea that she knew who Lily was at all. So
right, and I felt that I saw that in that video. I saw that you were actually genuinely surprised that that I was affiliated with Lady A.
Yeah.
But Hellbound isn't married either.
Oh.
He is dating.
See.
But we do joke. We joke like that all the time. If you ever watched our collaboration, the Heathen Haven show, then you would know that we joke constantly like that. It's just our thing.
I didn't take it serious because it's not my business. Even if he did want to fuck her, that's not my business. I was just telling Lady A she might want to nip it because she's married. So you know how people will be like, oh, look at this bitch talking about she's married, but she's over here flirting with people. She's interacting with people to where people don't know that she's married. People won't believe that. So I told her privately, come out into your room, tell them, just be like, hey, that's my friend, hey, that's cute, just say something to where it'll throw it off. But she didn't do so. But another thing too, and that's my problem with Lady Ambrosia, she's a liar. Everything that she's told me has not been consistent. And she told me that Hellbound was actually married. She didn't say he had a girlfriend. She said that he was married. So he's married, she's married, so there's no way. And I'm like, okay. So the fact that you're telling me that he's not married, did she not know that?
A lot of people don't misinterpret the relationship between him and his girlfriend.
Okay.
But they are dating. I actually just got out of my relationship.
Okay.
Not too recently, so. But the original, and yes, I did want you on my channel to begin with at the beginning of the month.
Okay.
There was one of my subscribers. My channel is all about debunking. It's all about the debate.
Mm-hmm.
That's and I don't care if it comes from within the pagan community, outside the pagan community, the occult community. I don't care where it comes from. If there is something that I genuinely disagree with or is factually inaccurate, I will make a video about it and I will debunk it. I'm more of the social political side of things.
Yes.
But when it does come to religion, since I am a witch, I am pagan, then when it comes to my practices or the practices of other fellow pagans or cult members, I will debate that as well. There was two original things I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
One of your videos, you were talking about the relationship between the LGBT community and the people who are not part of the LGBT community. So the people who don't fit in those four letters. The second part I wanted I wanted to discuss with you about was a comment you made about the Nordic people. I think it was, yeah, the Nordic people fucking their moms and eating their babies or some shit like that. And historically speaking, very inaccurate.
Okay, so where are your sources at to say that wasn't true? What
History.
What is that?
Harvard. Yale.
Okay,
there's many historical colleges that prove that's the Vikings, the pagan Vikings, not the medieval Vikings, the pagan Vikings, did not do the baby eating thing or the fucking of the mothers thing.
No,
yes, they were a warrior race, a seafaring warrior race that pillaged. Yeah, they did horrible things. I'm not going to deny that. Yes, all warrior races did horrible things back in the day. Pillaging, raping, burning villages, killing kids, yeah. But never eating them or fucking their moms. That was a Christian perspective back in the Dark Ages that was proposed upon other peoples to make them believe that this is what pagans,
Hold on, just 1 minute, because I see a lot of your comments. I'm not going to address your comments because you have a pagan in the room by the name of Kemetic witchcraft, which, by the way, is a contradiction. She's calling Egypt Kemet, which is the real original way for Egypt, the black soil, and she's adding witchcraft to that. And witchcraft is not African or Egyptian. So I'm just going to nip that in the bud. That girl, she has some issues. I'm not even going to go into that, but I'm letting her know that I am seeing her, and her name says she's crazy. Kemetic witchcraft, girl, bye. Second of all, another comment was made that I'm jealous of Lady A because she has a man. Lady A is not in love with her man. Second of all, I'm young, I'm attractive, I'm educated. Come on now. I don't care about another trans woman having a man from Indiana. So I just want to clarify that too. There's no jealousy. The whole point of me and Lady A going at it was the fact is that Lady A was spewing a lot of bullshit to me. From my experience, from my research, it was bullshit. And we disagreed on a personal level. And secretly, she was trying to discuss these conversations without bringing it up to me. So what I did was, I made a video. I kind of talked about it in brief, just very small. And she took a 5-minute section, and I kid you not, I'm going to literally go down and break the video. 5 minutes of her conversation. She made it all about her, and she got nasty in my Facebook message, which I showed that on receipts yesterday. So I'm just saying, there's no jealousy there. I will never be jealous of a woman who's 24 years old, who doesn't really know what she wants in life, not at 24, and who is married, but she's not in love because she says she doesn't find him attractive. Like I said, I'm not going to go into that. So there's no jealousy there. My whole point of coming out with my video about Lady A was she's a liar. And her video with her and Hellbound, which I did not watch, she was making statements that was not true. So it's no animosity there. I don't really care about her, as I said before. I don't check in on pagans. I'm into the ancient stuff, honey. I'm not into that new age stuff. That's no disrespect to anybody. So, like I said, there's no hate, there's no animosity, there's no jealousy on my end. She's the one that hit me up to jump on my channel. She's the one that added me on Facebook. She's the one that initiated the conversation about that. She's the one that when my friend and I, or I would say a fellow spiritualist and I was making conversation, brought up the Norse culture. I don't really care for that, even as well, because it's not a race thing. My grandmother's German, Irish, and Native American. And I show you a picture of my grandmother. So it's not a racist thing. I have nothing against European people. It's in my blood. But from my research, from what I looked at, outside of what the school books say, the Vikings or the Northern Europeans were very savage. They were eating their own babies. They were killing their own people. They were raping their own people. And they were not civilized. They were very uncivilized. And now it's been flipped to where it makes it seem like everybody else outside of the European people are animalistic. So that's what I was saying in that. It wasn't saying that all white people are that way. I was talking about the Vikings. Someone
Yeah, yeah. You said Nordic specifically. You said Nordic specifically in the video, and I practice Celtic. I am Celtic.
Okay.
I'm Scottish through heritage.
Okay.
But it's not. I'm not doing the white versus black thing. I'm not doing European.
Well, I want to clarify that too. Yeah.
That's not where I'm getting at. That's not where I'm getting at. This has nothing to do with race. It has to do with culture.
Yes.
Every culture, every historical culture has done their fair share of evil deeds. I'm not going to deny that.
Yeah.
But every culture has also provided some sort of benefit towards the evolution of humankind.
Of course.
I'm not going to deny that either.
Of course. That's why I'm non-denominational, and I'm not racist, I'm not sexist, I'm a spiritualist. So I don't think blacks are better than whites are better than blacks. Like, I think that's stupid. Everyone has contributed. I agree with that. My whole point of bringing that up was, like I said, once again, Lady Ambrosia, this guy, Enlightened Marco, we had a conversation about spirituality, and Lady A brought up the Vikings. And the way she brought it up was saying, well, the Vikings are better than everybody else that ever existed prior to that time. So my comment about that was to counteract what she was saying, to make her do her research. So it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a race thing. It wasn't saying, oh, they were the worst out of everybody. It was just, she brought it up. So I wanted to say, well, you need to do a little more research, because obviously where you got your information from, someone told you that who was pro-Viking, I'm pretty sure. Because even her content on her Facebook comes across very racist. And for someone to be Romani and say, I hate when people think that I'm white and I'm not, but you're always talking about the Vikings and you're always making it seem like people are attacking white folks. It was kind of like, like, I don't talk to certain black people because they're pro-black. Like, I can't do that pro-black stuff. I can't do that pro-white shit. Like, we're all in this together. Like, people don't like spiritualists, period. They don't say, oh, you're a white spiritualist, so I like you better than these black spiritualists. Like, no, they think we're all psycho. They think we're all crazy. And like I said, I wanted to defend that on my behalf. So, like I said, it's nothing about me saying that. Like I said, they were worse off. They were the only ones that ate their babies. They were the only one that raped their mothers. I'm just saying for her, because she made it seem like they were more civilized, and ancient Africa was not, ancient Asia was not. So that's what it was about.
I think maybe she was talking about the technology-wise. They were more advanced. And at that time, the Vikings were actually starting to use, they were the first to actually use iron for weapons instead of bronze or weaker metals. They were the first ones to actually use iron. Then the Japanese took that and made steel. They were the first to make steel. Then the medieval knights took that even further and made better armor, better shielding, trained horses. Every culture did benefit in one way or another when it came to the advancements of warfare. And because of the melding of cultures, we raid, these people raid these people, and they raid them back, and then they raid these people. Cultures blended. They figured out technology. They figured everything out. The gun wouldn't have been invented if the Chinese didn't invent gunpowder.
Right. But you know what though? My like I was telling you, my issue is, see, now you clarified. So if she would have, when we were having this debate that she started, if she would have said they were more advanced with weaponry, then that would have taken it somewhere else. And then we would have been like, oh, okay. But she never made that clear. So that's why I said, to me, it's like she's book smart, but she's not, she's like someone told her, or she read one book and that's her knowledge. And that's what I'm saying. Like, with her not saying what you just said, oh, they were very advanced with weapons. She didn't say that. She just said they were advanced due to their resources. Well, what resource are you talking about? Because that's why the other guy brought up agriculture. They were weak in that. And then she brought up, well, it's because they couldn't grow crops in the mountains. And I think she brought up something else. And the guy was like, that's not true, because South Americans grew up in the mountains. So they still grew crops. They still grew vegetation. So like I said, and then she negated she negated that and brought up something else. And then that's when she started calling him a tranny chaser. She was calling him a tranny chaser. So that's why I'm like, even with the conversation, I don't know how it came across to you, but no one was called a tranny chaser, like not even Hellbound. What I was saying in response, because she was saying that Marcus was a tranny chaser, was, well, if a man is liking you for being a transgender, he's not trying to pay you. Who's more of a tranny chaser? The guy who says that you're beautiful and ain't trying to fuck, or the guy who said you're beautiful and he's trying to fuck you? Well, who's more of a tranny chaser? So like I said, Hellbound wasn't even called a tranny chaser. That was in regards to her. Now, of course, my live videos are me responding to other people. So like I said, it looks like a lot, but I say what I mean and I mean what I say. Even like I said, under that video, you can go look. It says that anything that's said in this video, especially about looks, was not about Mad Witch. Like, you were excluded from that. Like I said, I seen one of your videos prior to me emailing you about that parapsychologist that negated, she didn't want to come on. And then, yeah, so like I said, prior to that, I didn't see you, so I wouldn't say anything about you bad. I wouldn't say, oh, yeah.
This comment that you're talking about at 1 hour, 23 minutes, 43 seconds, I was speaking about Lady Ambrosia's sidekick, the married one who tried to debate Christians, LOLHB.
Yes.
Is that what you're talking? Is that the comment you're talking about?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Yeah, I still have the window up.
Okay.
So, just for reference.
Okay.
Cord.
Yes.
All right. Well, I can tell you right now, yes, I did make jokes like that too. Hellbound, he makes the same jokes I do. That's pretty much the whole reason why Hellbound and I started the Heathen Haven channel, was because him and I, yeah, sometimes we see eye to eye, but yeah, there are other times where we disagree, and that's where we go, or that's where we went, I should say. I'm no longer part of the Heathen Haven group, but I wish I was. I wish I just work too damn much.
Mm.
But yeah, when it because I think one of your subscribers or your viewer, I don't know if they're subscriber or not, but one of your viewers was talking about me, which caused you to react, which is good. You were paying attention to the chat, trying to be communicative with your chat. Like, I'm reading the chat right now, and people are having problems. I'm trying to give them hints on how to correct it.
Yeah.
But that person mentioned me. Yeah. And I understand. And now that you're saying it, I understand now that you mistook me for Hellbound. Now,
yeah.
there's one other thing.
Mm-hmm.
The skinhead remark. Now that part, I can't believe you were talking about Hellbound.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Let me tell you this. I like I said, I say what I mean what I say, so I don't retract anything I say. If I say something, that's why I go live and I talk, it's recorded, it's there. I don't switch up. I don't say, oh no, I didn't mean that. Everything about those topics was Hellbound. I'm telling you right now, it was. The only part that was about you was when the person said, and her friend Mad Witch wants to interview you. And I said, oh yeah, I got his email, but now that I know that he's affiliated with her, I'll pass. That section was for you. That's the only section. All the other stuff, bald-headed, skinhead, yes, because the last video I seen of Hellbound, he looked bald. I don't know if he was bald, but he looked bald.
He's bald.
See?
Just like me. But it's a natural bald. Both of us are natural balds. We don't do it for style.
Okay.
I mean, I'm actually trying to grow a patch in the back of my head right now. I'm trying to do something different like with my life.
Like the Mongolians. Okay.
I actually have Asian ancestry.
Oh, wow. Okay, yes. Genghis Khan, huh? Not bad.
No, Chinese. I still even have my Q. So.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Oh, I just ripped out my headphones again. Hello?
Yes.
There we go.
Yes. So like I said, no statement in that video was about you other than like I said, if he's a part of her, he's probably gonna email. He's probably because around the time you emailed me about the interview was when her and I was having minor disagreements. It wasn't major at that point; it was minor. So I was like, why he wanna ask me questions on the show? That's kind of weird. There's a million other witches, spirituals out there he could be talking to. Why me? And then when that person came in and said, I said, no wonder, because he's cool with her. So it's gonna be like, why did you say this? Or well, she said that you had a problem against the Nordic or the Norse, which by the way, I believe in some Norse gods. Odin is one of them. And I'm like, okay, so he's gonna try to turn it into an argument. And that's why I sent you the email. I said, I'm down to have a conversation with you, but I don't want it to be to where we're like, no, that's not my thing. I'm willing to do debation. I love debating, not debation. I love debating, but I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, well, Lady A said this and that. Okay, no. So, like I said, nothing else in that video was about you. Nothing else. Just that little section.
The original video that I've seen, yes, you did mention Lady Ambrosia. Yeah, it's being affiliated with her, but I wasn't trying to go defend her or come to her rescue or anything. Okay. It was the fact that you were talking about the baby eating and the motherfucking. That's what got me. That's what got me.
But you know what though? Motherfucker comes from white men fucking their mother. Like, I'm not even being joking. Like,
yeah, I know this. I know.
So, like I said, I only brought that up because, of course, when you talk about stuff, people are looking at you like, is this a black bitch talking about what ancient Europe did? Bitch, ancient, like you don't know what people think. So I didn't even want to go into that without pulling up sources and saying, this is the video you can read or book you can read, and here's the video. Because there is a video out there talking about ancient Europe before the 20th century. And it's like 4 hours long, 4 hours, 56 minutes. And they show resource and everything. They give names and all that. But like I said,
But are these reliable resources though? That's the question.
Yes. Oh, they go deep into.
Are they biased resources?
Oh, biased. That's like said reliable.
No, you have to consider both biased and reliable, because if they are biased, they are not reliable.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know. I would say that's up for interpretation. It's kind of like with anything. Look at spiritualists. We can all read the same book, but we're all going to get something different out of it. And then we're going to say, well, you're doing it wrong. And then, oh, no, you're doing it wrong. It's like we're all perceiving it all differently. So I think that's up for just whoever wants to take it. I mean, personally, I don't really care about that. I mean, I do, but you know what I mean? Like, I didn't live during that time. So unless we lived during that time, we don't know if that's true or not. Anybody can make up anything about a history or, add stuff in. I didn't see them eat their mother. I didn't see them have sex with their children. Like, I didn't see that. So I'm just going by what was passed on to me. So like I said, I don't know if they're, unbiased or biasly speaking. I'm not too sure.
Because like I was mentioning before, the reason why people believe that the pagans of ancient Europe sacrificed people, animals, and all this other stuff is because of the Christian culture that invaded during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where all of this misinformation comes from. We have now learned in recent years, I mean, it hasn't been more than 100 years since we figured it out, that everything that the Christians were saying was wrong.
Mm.
Like, we're just now figuring it out.
Mm.
And it's because we have people who put their life's work into studying these subjects, into actually going to ancient sites to figure out what really happened, trying to find carvings, tombs, tomes, books, some writing that could still be read, to figure out what really happened. Because our ancestors, no matter where you're from, our ancestors had some form of way of keeping record.
Of course.
I don't care if it was from, down in Chile, you know, everybody had a way of communicating something. And we are still learning a lot about our ancient ancestors.
Of
Even to
course.
this day, we're still finding more and more things that we got wrong, you know, 100, 200 years ago.
Right. Well, don't they say that history is written by those who win?
Who conquer.
And from conquer, right? Okay, so that's what I say. Like history could be all of history. That's why I go into reading books and learning things with an open mind because, like I said, I didn't witness it. They say believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. So if I didn't see it, I'm only hearing it. I mean, really? Like I'm gonna take this person's word for it, but how do I know that's even real? Maybe they added that in there. So I think a lot of stuff in history could be, you know, seen as it was wrong. It was incorrect. I think a lot of stuff. So you know, the more we become civilized and advanced, we're gonna pick that up. Like that was wrong, or why did they say that? So I don't know. Like I said, that's why I'm open-minded. I'm not shutting things out or saying, "Oh no," you know. I'm non-denominational. There you go.
Right. But another reason why I bring up that subject is because when a person such as yourself, you're spiritual,
Mm-hmm.
there are people who will mistake you, say that you're not a witch, you're not a pagan, you don't feel connected to my community, basically, that's what I'm saying, which is perfectly fine. But when other people who don't understand the difference between being a spiritual person and being a religious pagan or a spiritual pagan, such as myself, they don't understand the difference between the two. So they're going to lump you with me.
Of course.
And then when they see you talking about pagans in the way that you do, it brings that bad image back onto us. And since I am a white person, I don't want to bring up race, but the Nordics were a white race. I am a white person. There are stupid people out there who are going to put two and two together and be like, he's white, he's a pagan, he eats babies and fucks his mom. I don't want to be known as that person because I don't eat my kids and I don't fuck my mom.
Well, I mean, I think that anybody that if they heard it and they choose not, I mean, people are always going to misinterpret things. I think if they look at that, I said the Vikings, not current day white folks. Even if you watch my current videos, there are more black folks coming out that are eating their babies and are cooking and eating their girlfriends than you're hearing about white people. So, like I said, it's not a racial thing. If they listen to that, if they hear me speak of ancient Europe, I would say ancient Europe, Northern Europe, ate their babies, had sex with their mothers. They were very uncivilized. So if they say that now, like, oh, so that's what y'all do now, then that's their own ignorance. Another thing I want to mention too, I have pagan friends. I have one friend right now that's in London by the name of Adrian Riverwolf, and he's a pagan. He's been that for 26 years. So an older gentleman who's heavy in his craft. He got a YouTube channel and everything. So I have nothing against pagans. We're all spiritualists. We have that in common, but our belief system is different. So, you know, it's like a Muslim and a Christian that, you know, they all believe in their religious texts. They believe in their God. But a Christian and a Muslim, I mean, to sit back and fight about each, oh, my God is right, your God ain't. Oh, no, this is right, my Quran is right, your Bible ain't. It's, you know, that's kind of stupid. So like I said, what we have in common is spirituality. And that's why I get along with all spiritual people. Taoists, Buddhists, Muslim, Christians. I've got Christian clients, Muslim clients. I have Taoist clients. I have Taoist friends. So like I said, it's nothing against pagans. My belief system it goes further than that. So it's not about I'm better than you. It's not about I don't like you. It's not about, you know, I can't stand those people. They're stupid because I have pagan friends. I have, like I said, Adrian Riverwolf. We talk a lot. He sent me products, just a whole bunch of stuff. So it's nothing against pagans. So like I said, if anybody watch my videos and they interpret that as this spiritualist is attacking pagans, then of course they're the same ones that are thinking this black witch is attacking white witches. So that, you know, eventually it'll turn into a race war. So of course that's just their own ignorance. And I can't defend that. I'm not going to, because like I said, then I would just keep going and going and on. You know, it'll keep going on and on. So it's no point in doing that. But I got nothing against pagan people. I have close friends that are pagans. I interact with pagans people still on a personal level outside of YouTube. so I got nothing against them. Even some of my practices have some of that stuff in it. Because like I told you, my grandmother is Celtic. She's Irish. So I pull some of that in as well as some Norse culture. So I have nothing against pagans.
Well, I'm not accusing you of that. That's
I just want to clarify that. Yeah.
But it's just that the pagan community, especially here on YouTube, when it comes with like Hellbound Heathen and other pagans such as pagan YouTubers such as himself, they have taken great strides in helping our community further, both on YouTube and in the real world.
Of course.
You know, they provide a lot of information. Comedic Witch,
Yeah.
she used to be known by a different name. The reason why she has that name is because she follows the ancient Egyptian deities, but she practices witchcraft, which she does understand the difference between comedic magic and witchcrafts. She does. It's just that she's eclectic. She does.
Okay.
So that's why she named herself that. Is to express what she does within herself.
So she does both. She does the ancient rituals and she does the witchcraft, the Wiccan aspects, like the
I wouldn't say Wiccan, but yeah.
or Norse culture.
Just witchcraft in general.
Okay.
Not a specific witch. She's kind of like me.
Okay.
Like I follow the Celtic deities.
Okay.
But I also follow the Baphomets as a symbolism.
Yeah.
But I practice Hellenic magic.
Okay.
I don't practice witchcraft. I'm just a witch.
I was gonna say that because that's vast, and I know that there's a difference between witchcraft, witches, and Wiccans. A lot of people don't know that. They think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
No,
you can be a Wiccan and not do magic, and you can do magic and not be a Wiccan.
There you go. And you could be a witch and not be a Wiccan, or you do witchcraft and not be any part of that. So, you know. So a lot of people don't know that though. So that's why when I look at names like that, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm looking at your name. That's kind of like, it's gonna, I mean, unless you're taking pieces, peaches from something other than combining it with Kemet, it's kind of like you're being redundant with it just a little bit. So that's why when I saw that name, I thought, I'm not even gonna watch that live stream, even though people came in my chat and they were talking about, oh, that was funny. I said, honey, don't even tell what was being discussed, because that name I see, it's like, honey. And when I clicked on it, I'm like, okay, I'm a little confused, but it's not for me. Everybody has their own journey. When the further she get into it, she'll realize the further she get into comedic science, she'll get into that. She'll know
the Heathen Haven group, especially when I was in it, we called her our Egypt specialists, because she does have a lot of knowledge. Like, I haven't studied much about Egypt. Yes, I know some of the stories of some of the gods. That's about it. That's really about it. But so, like, if I need some information about ancient Egyptian ways or some aspect of the Egyptian pagan culture, she would be the person I ask, because I know she knows a lot about the Egyptian culture. And it's good to have somebody who knows more about a specific culture than you, because as a pagan, there's just so much information out there that we can't get through it all. So there are some things that I know that Comedic Witchcraft doesn't know, that Hellbound Heathen doesn't know. And then there's things that they know that I don't know. Like, Hellbound Heathen is Wiccan. I don't know much about Wicca. So if there's anything I need to know about Wicca, he's the guy I go to. Oh, sorry. I'm actually sick right now, so.
Oh wow.
So okay. Yeah, I'm trying to tough it out as much as possible.
Okay. Like a cold or what?
No, something's wrong with my fucking stomach. It can't. Like, it feels like I want to throw up, but I don't want to throw up.
Okay.
So if you see me gag or something, just know I'm not feeling too hot.
Okay. Yeah, I know, because this is kind of a fast stream, and I said, I wonder what he want to talk about. Because even the email, if you see the email, I responded and I said, wait a minute, talking about who? Like, wait a minute, is Man Witch and Hellbound, is it the same person? Wait, I'm confused. Maybe I need to go look at that video to double check, because, like I said, nothing in that video was about you. And even when I talk with people on a personal level, like I did Lady A, I don't like to bring up other spiritualists without them being present. I don't do that. So even with Lady, I mean, I won't get into that because I did a whole 4 hours on that yesterday. But you know, like I said, I was just like, are they the same person? I don't know. Maybe they are, because he's sending me this email. So yeah, I was like, I know there's some confusion. He probably going to say, oh, hell no. Were you talking about me? No. I like I said, I don't know you. I seen you one time in my chat, and I barely looked at one of your videos yesterday. Like right after I emailed you, right before I emailed you, I looked at a video. I said, oh, a lady, okay. A woman declined a chat with him. I wonder why. So I'm not going to back out, because I don't want him to think like, oh, okay, just another scary ass spiritualist or another scary ass. So I was like, no.
Most of the people I asked to debate are feminists and Christians.
Okay. I was like, no, fuck that. I'm getting on here. Let me rush to get dressed, because I just woke up when I got your email, and I said, let me rush to get ready so I can get on here. And said, nope, I'm not backing out. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad you came in. I'm glad you got that link, because yeah, it was almost 2 weeks, and I didn't even check my email for like the last week and a half. I was like, it's just probably just not going to. I just dropped the whole thing.
You know what was?
Then I saw.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Then I saw that video. My name was brought up, and I was like, I can't drop this now. This is, you know. I tried during the beginning of my stream. I tried to keep names out of it. Keep identities out of it.
Yeah.
I was torn between the logical side of myself and the person who wanted to defend himself.
Yes.
And I was just sitting there torn back and forth, and then my subscribers just got curious, and they were just like, just fucking show us the video already. So they know who I am, though. And see, that's what I'm trying to. How long have you been on YouTube for? Do you know? I've been on YouTube for almost 2 years now.
Okay. I'm noticing a lot, not just in the Black spiritual community, because a lot of people are like, oh, the Black spirituals are always going at it. A lot of people are looking, and this is what I'm noticing too, when they send me a message or they come in my live chat and they say something, if I click on their account and it looks bogus, I usually don't respond to them, or I don't give into what they're asking for, because they're probably just trying to stir up drama. So they, I guarantee you, if I wouldn't have came to this live feed, that the same people that said, show us what you're talking about, would have sent me a message and said, hey, Man Witch is talking shit about you. And then I would have did a video, would have said, fuck him, and he's a skinhead too. So, so that's why I'm like, people are being funny. Now, maybe some of them genuinely didn't know who I was, but I'm saying, like, they'll get you caught up in some stuff. And that's why a lot of us are fighting. And even in the video I did last night about Lady A, I don't want to make this a spiritualist against a spiritualist, because people are already attacking us. People are already, if the kids go missing, oh, we must have a witch around. Oh, who's a witch? Oh, shit, that bitch not wearing a cross. And then you're getting questioned. And this is really happening, even in America.
Oh, yeah.
It's happening.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't want to keep feeding that. We were two spiritualists that had two different agreements. We just have disagreement, and I'm willing to just go my separate way. I don't want to keep going back and forth. And on top of that, we're both transgender. So it looks really crazy too, because people are also coming for LGBT spiritualists. They're attacking the LGBT spiritualists and saying, you don't belong here neither. We only like heterosexual. If you don't have a uterus, we don't like that. If you're not a man who can have children with a cisgender female, we don't want you in our groups. And it's like, they don't know where to go. So
then those are ignorant people. They're not real witches. They're not real pagans. They're not real spiritualists. Because because I used to be Christian before I became pagan.
Yeah.
And as a Christian, I wouldn't even be talking to you as a Christian, knowing that you're a transsexual woman.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm a pagan, I understand that everyone's different. People are people, and things are going to change. And you cannot stop that. You cannot stop change. Now, those people, I don't agree with that. I don't care if you're a man, a woman, transsexual. I don't care if you got both parts. I don't give a shit. If you're part of our community, you're part of our community. If you're willing and able to advance our community, our practices, get into the history of whatever path you're in, and try to bring back dead cultures.
Exactly.
You know, you're okay with me. Now, the original title of this video, of this live stream, was disrespect and how to deal with it.
Okay.
Now, the disrespect also comes with drama.
Of course.
All right. Now, I want to finish this up with a discussion about drama and how to deal with it, how to stop the YouTube drama, how to stop the drama between community and community, instead of drama, debate. Have dialogue, have conversations like we're doing right now. Like during this entire time we've been talking, have I come off as rude, ignorant, misogynistic, sexist, racist, homophobe? Have I given you any bad vibes like that during this conversation? Have I been nothing but respectful?
Of course. I mean, you know, like I said, I say what I mean. And if I feel like you're coming across racist, sexist, anything I don't agree with, I would have ended this. I would have said, okay, you know, thank you so much for your time, but you're not a spiritualist, and I would have exited. Yeah. So no, I don't.
All right. So when some drama, this like the YouTube drama between other channels and stuff, like, yeah, at first it's entertaining. It's, you know, a couple chuckles here and there, but after a while, it just needs to. It gets old. You know, humans nowadays, we don't have that great of an attention span.
Of course.
Oh, but when it comes to, you know, like when I have a problem with another YouTuber, I would send them an email or a message or something saying, "Hey, come on my channel. Let's talk about this." Now, in your opinion, because you do belong to a community I do not, which is the LGBT community. Now, so I do know that, you know, there are people out there who are still very biased, very aggressive towards the LGBT community, and I don't find that right. And they will start drama with them just because you decided to, you know, become what you feel. You know, I don't know which video you watched, but the non-binary scene, I absolutely hate it because it gives.
I agree.
It gives you a bad name.
Oh yes, I did a video on this actually. What, 3 weeks ago? Yeah, I'm not in support of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
And you know, I actually don't like those people because I am in support of the LGBT community.
Yeah.
When gay marriage was finally legalized, I celebrated, and a lot of people I knew were like, "Well, why do they do that?" I was like, "Because they're fucking people. That's why they did it."
Exactly.
You know, they're protected underneath the Constitution. They can get fucking married.
Hello.
You know?
Uh-huh.
So I was ecstatic. You know, even though I am a heterosexual man, I can still be happy for gay people finally being able to get married, do what they want. You know,
and that's compassion. That's human. You're human still. Because even if someone, you know, it's kind of like someone come to you and say that I just lost my mother. Are you gonna just say, oh? Or are you gonna be like, you just lost your mother? Oh, you're gonna feel with them like, oh my God. That's human. So you don't have to lose your mother to know what it's like to lose a mother or to have compassion for them. So yeah, you're human. So you should want other people to be happy, you know, or if they're going through something hill. Yeah.
All right, but so since you're a part of a different community than I am, I want your opinion on how to stop the drama with between the LGBT spiritual or pagan community with the non-LGBT spiritual pagan community. Because like you said, yes, there are, I do know, I'm sorry, my hand's in front of my camera. I'm horrible at I got a whole new setup, whole new computer, so I'm still getting used to it. But there is I know that there is, because there are certain paths that are really strict in rules about, you know, you have to be male, you have to be female, or we only do males, we only do females, you know. So as a transsexual woman who is also a spiritualist, getting crap from other spiritualists or pagans who are not in your position, how would you feel would be the best way to stop the drama? Like, no drama, no making comments about other people, no making videos saying, you know, this person's this, that, and the other thing. Not to be offensive, not to point fingers, but kind of like some of the videos you do.
Of course.
Where you're pointing fingers, accusing, you know, that's just how it comes off to me,
right?
Personally.
Because
you know, how can we stop that? How can we stop that and have a proper dialogue like what we're having now for the LGBT community?
Okay, I want to say this before I go into that. All my video responses that I do, they're responses. So if I ever do a video and I say, you know, to the bitch over there, or whatever, there's a lot of videos I do about people. It's usually subliminal responses to videos they do for me. There's a lot of videos out there of me. There's a lot of accounts out there that got videos of me on their channel, and they're talking about me. And you know, so like I said, when I do those videos, it's not me bored, me Googling people. It's people show me, hey, there's someone saying that you blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what? Let me see. And so, yeah. So, yeah, all my videos is not me being bored. You know, I'm a high priestess, ordained, not online, not made up. I didn't self-proclaim myself to be a high priestess. I've been a high priestess for about 10 years. And, you know, the path that I was ordained into, I got some of the pieces from that, but I'm not in that path completely, because that path is very sexist and very racist. You know, they think that Anglo-Saxons are closer to God than people that are darker. But either way, I took what I learned from that and I've turned it into my own stuff, to where now I cater to anyone who's been rejected, anybody who's an outcast, whether you're blind, in a wheelchair, you know, whatever, if you fit outside the norms, I cater to those people. So to nip it in the bud outside of, because even that's what I'm doing now. That's why I did that last video yesterday, and I just said in that video, I'm done going back and forth with people, because it gets you nowhere. And I didn't come on YouTube for that. I came on YouTube to help people, to heal people, and to give people a better understanding of spirituality. We're not all, you know, blood drinking, baby eating people. So that's why I came on YouTube to discuss that. And also I want to give a place for people who are rejected, because there are some religions out there that don't even accept disabled people. I don't know if you know that or not. There's some people
I know.
You know, so you know, to hear that stuff, it breaks my heart. So that's why I do that. So to answer your question, to stop all that from going on, the best thing to do is just to agree to disagree. People are not going to see things the same way you see it. And just stay, if you're a content creator, stay focused on your path. What you're here for, do that. Let everybody else talk about you. Let them read you down. Do it. Let them do it, because it shows who they are and it shows who you are. I want to take the higher ground out. And like I said, I will still make subliminal conversation about people, because some people are like, I'm a high priestess. I've been doing this for 30 years. And they're talking about books that just came out 2014. And I'm like, the books before 2014 wasn't talking about putting blue food coloring in ammonia. So if you've been doing this for 30 years, why are you doing new age magic? Like, that don't sound right. So people like that, I'm gonna always do subliminals for, but I'm never gonna come out directly and say the YouTube broadcaster by the name of blank, blank, blank. So like I said, to answer your question, to stop that drama from going, somebody gotta take the higher road. Somebody has to, you know, nip it. And if you can't, delete your account. But some people also, they create a YouTube just to cause drama. Some people are here for the chaos. So like I said, if you want to make a change, be that change. I mean, that would be my only advice. And then about the open dialogue, I don't know if everybody I disagree with, I would want to communicate with on a personal level or say, come to my channel. I don't know if I even want to do that because, you know, like they're going to try to get me to change my mind, my point of view, and I'm going to try to get them to change their mind and their point of view subliminally. So it's no point of us trying to talk it out. Let's just agree to have a disagreement and keep it moving. So I don't know. That's my response to that.
I think there might be a little more to that. But when it comes to debates like this, you shouldn't think that's, and really this isn't a debate anymore. It's more of a discussion now. You shouldn't think about it as trying to change the person's mind. You just have to, like when I came, like with the Norse people and eating babies and shit, I didn't come in here to change your mind. That's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to present you with some different information and let you reflect upon it. At the end of the day, I know you will still believe what you want to believe. You know, agree to disagree.
Yeah.
You know, I know I'm not going to change your mind no matter how hard I try. That is up to you to change, not me, you. And that's what, and I do understand that there are people out there that are like, no, I want to change this person's mind. I want to get them on my side through debate. And it's like, that's not what debate is for.
Right.
Debate is to convince
your position, yeah.
Is to convince other people to see your point and to give out information to your opponents.
Yeah.
That's the only reason for debates.
Yeah.
And then everybody will go their separate ways, ponder upon it, reflect upon it. If you practice meditations, then you'll meditate on it and come to your own conclusion. Like you said with the baby eating stuff, you heard it from somebody or you read it from someplace. That's why I asked you, is it reliable? Is it biased or unbiased? You know, you have to look into this. Like, yes, a lot of information that a lot of people get is very biased one way or another. Information is like that constantly, especially when there is no hard evidence of it, like stats of, you know, whatever fuck political bullshit's going on. You know, there's no hard evidence of it. It's just this 1,000 people over here did a poll and that was it. And it's like, that's not, you know, but the drama that comes from that is one, it's to me, it's childish.
Yeah.
You know, if two people can't actually hash it out in a debate, they don't deserve to be on the internet. In my personal opinion, they don't deserve to be on the internet.
Of course. Yeah.
But my question was, how do we stop it? Not brush it under the rug. I'm sorry, but you're
no. I answered that. To stop the back and forth childish stuff is just stay in your own lane. I think our biggest problem in America, I don't speak for America because I've never lived in Europe, is we're concerned about other people's lives and we want to get them to see our point of view, not on purpose. We just want that. Like Christians, Jehovah's Witnesses, they knock on doors and it's like we know about the Bible. We can all go get a free Bible. Like Dollar Tree sell Bibles now, so it's like we know that, but they're trying to push that onto us. So like I said, for me, my way of getting past that childishness is to voice your opinion. Let someone counteract that if they have a different opinion, and everybody's gonna have a different opinion because no one sees we can agree to certain aspects. No one sees everything fully the same. And if you do see everything exactly the way I see it, then I don't want to be your friend because you're not gonna teach me nothing. You know, like
you're not gonna give me that challenge.
Yes. Like my best friend, we've been best friends for 10 years and we argue, but we learn something from it. It's not like we, call each other names. She tell me something, I'm like, I don't agree with that. Well, why do you agree with that? I'm older than you. And then we get past it and I'm like, oh, this is why she thought that, because that's what went on in the 1990s. Now we're in 2017, so things are different. So, like I said, to get past that, if you want to have an open forum, a debate, that's definitely fine. That's healthy because you might learn something. But you know, like I said, I call myself not a ghetto historian, but a unpaid historian. I like to read books. In high school, that's all I did. I would cut school to go to the public library to read book on how to read musical sheets and landscaping and pottery. And I don't do that, but I just did it because I wanted to give my brain information, which is, you know, formatting my brain. I wanted to do that. So like I said, debates are good, getting information, but I have researched what I talk about. And I'm sure there's books that say that, you know, going back to our conversation, the Norse culture or the Vikings did not eat their babies. They did not have sex with their mothers, but there are books that say that. So of course, you know, you've read I mean, like I said, it's up to our own interpretation, because you can either believe the book that says it or a book that didn't say it, but either way, it's still hearsay. No one's seen that. I mean, who's living who experienced that right now? Who actually said, no, they didn't do that, even though we have it on record? Okay, come on now. It's like the dinosaur thing, which I won't even go into because it's going to open up a whole nother conversation. I don't think dinosaurs existed the way that they make them, the way they make it seem, like these big old tired, you know, huge reptilians. And no, I don't think they existed like that. So people say, well, they found fossil fuel. Well, there's archaeologists that say that that's fake. They've never actually found a real bone. But there are some that say, yes, they did found it. So it's, like I said, I didn't dig up. I haven't went to the mountains of Egypt or the Caucasus Mountains and, you know, dug and say, oh God, I found a fossil. Like, I don't know. They're just telling me that. So I'm not going to sit here and debate opinions or hearsays. So like I said, that's just my stance on that.
All right. Well, all right. So how do we get the dialogue going? This kind of thing. How do you think we should, between you know, people who do disagree with each other, how can we get a conversation like this going with those people?
Okay, I'm sorry. I want to respond to Nikki. But I'm sorry. I see your little comment thing. I want to respond to Nikki. Nikki said, what am I a high priestess in? AMORC. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not here to promote organizations and stuff. AMORC. Look up to see what that is. But go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh no. When you said that you were
high priestess,
trying to debunk people who say that they're high priestesses or whatever, you know, I put in general because that's the part that I was, you know, when the way that you were talking about it was like, oh, she's talking about those people who say, oh, I'm a high priestess and I know more because I'm a high priestess.
Yes,
and
or self-proclaimed.
That's what I just said in general. She was just talking about those kind of people that, you know, like, I'm a high priest, I'm a high priestess, and listen to me because of my rank.
Okay, you responded. Okay, because I just saw her question. I said, okay, let me tell her. So, because a lot of people say that I'm a high priestess, and you're like, in what? Ancient Celtic magic. Okay. Well, okay, that sounds weird already, but ancient Celtic magic. Okay, but anyway, and then you're like, well, what, you know, how? Oh, well, you know, my grandmother was that, and you know, she taught me some stuff. So you didn't have no initiation. You didn't have a ceremony. They didn't put you through the ringers. They didn't train you. They didn't say, look, I need your assistance. Where would you start me at as a beginner? Like, come on now. So
right.
That's why I said I have to, you know, AMR.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, right. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What was your question? I'm sorry. I seen the comment.
The question was,
let me answer her because, you know.
The question was, how can we get it to where we can have more dialogue like this with people who disagree with us, or even other communities? How can we get this type of dialogue?
Okay, so I mean, like I said, my opinion with that, two ways. I'm always that type of person. If someone have an ignorant viewpoint that I think is ignorant, like I don't like gays, I don't like trans, I don't like whites, I don't like blacks, then my initiation of meeting with them or debate with them is to get them to open their mind. That's my first approach with something like that. My second approach would be, if we're both spiritualists and we have different points of views on our spirituality, what will make you want to meet with you or have a discussion with you is our common ground, which is spirituality. So outside of all that, like I said, I think it's up, and you know, just you may, I don't know, you may learn something. That's how I look at it. Me coming on to talk with you, we're in a different part. I don't know if you're in California, but we're in a different part of the continent. We come from different cultural backgrounds. We come from different spiritual backgrounds. So me, okay, I already have my opinion based on what I read, but you may could say my great-great-grandfather, which I have a trunk right here in this closet, and I can show you of evidence that what you're saying is bullshit. And I'm willing to listen and say, I'm willing to stand corrected, like, okay, oh, okay, you got, okay, shit, okay, so maybe not all Vikings were like that, maybe some. So, like I said, for me, that's why I would do a debate, not to change people's mind, not to let each other, just to be open to, because I might learn something. So to change the drama, the back and forth, like I said, it takes maturity, honestly. If you can't, I don't know, I know that's going a whole bunch of places, I feel like I answered already, but if you cannot hear other people's point of view outside of your own without getting offended or wanting to beat somebody up, then you shouldn't be on the internet, like you said. But that's like 95% of the internet. You know, without those people, we'll probably be sitting here talking to ourselves. Like, really? Like, look, you got the trolls. Like, the internet's made up of trolls. Like, if we all took the high ground out and said, nope, I'm not going to discuss that, it's like, really? Like, listen, we're all human. Drama is just, it's a part of our life. Now, everyday drama is not, it's not okay. You know, every day, all day, I want to talk shit, I want to fight people. That's different, but we all like drama. You know, come on now. That's why we look at YouTube videos. We're like, let's see this person's point of view, or let me go, yeah. So, like I said, we're all into that. But like I said, I think I answered that. I don't know if I did or not, but with the how to get out of that. Just
yeah,
like
that's
okay.
Yeah, I could get that too. Like, yeah, you don't want to have a conversation with some, you know, like a racist, for instance.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to have a conversation with a racist, like why do you hate black people?
Yes.
What's wrong with black people? They're just us, but darker. I mean, it's
right.
So fucking what?
And then you know their response is going to be ignorant, so you don't want to even dumb yourself down. So it's like, why would I even go through a debate with that? Because you're going to say stupid shit, and I'm gonna try to reason with that, because that's how our mind works. Regardless of what is brought to us, our brain tries to cope with it. And so, like I said, I choose not to go into detail with things, because it's like, I'm not about to sit here and dumb myself down or keep going back and forth with shit that, you know, like, then I'm be like, huh? And then I'm look back and say, did you really have an argument with a brick wall? Were you really talking to a goat the whole time? Like, so yeah.
Okay, so there is a comment. I don't want you to start the drama up. All right, that's not my channel. Not a drama channel.
I'm going to ignore her, because if you look at my video I did yesterday, it was 4 hours long, and we had a guest that was in the conversation, because it wasn't just her and I talking. She had there was someone else there, my friend, who was trying to get to know her. He actually liked her. He's like, oh, she's smart. And I'm like, yeah, she's only 24. He's like, what? I'm like, I know, I see myself in her. Like, 24 years old, she knows some stuff. But she's going to try to defend it here, but you can't change my perception, and you can't change his perception. We're two different people. He even have a different spiritual background from myself. We don't have the same spiritual background. And the way that he took it was how I took it. And I didn't know that he took it that way until when I had a conversation with him outside of YouTube. And I said, I want to do a video, and I brought your name up. And I, you know, do you agree with what I said, or you disagree? And I was going to let him come on my channel and say I disagree. That's why I didn't have a rehearsal with him. It was live on YouTube. That was his first time coming on. And I said, do you agree with what I said? Do you remember that conversation? And he said, yes. So like I said, in this chat, she's going to try to defend, because she's around a whole bunch of other pagans who have her same belief system. When we were on the conversation, she didn't give us enough information to say, okay, she wasn't coming across racist, or she wasn't trying to say that the Norse people were better than the ancient Africa or the ancient Asians. She was just saying they were higher advanced with the weapons. She didn't say that. But now in here, she's going to defend herself only because she had time to think about it, and I'm not interested in that. So
All
she
right,
does
well,
that.
well,
No.
this is actually quite important because don't get creeped out, but I have been keeping an eye on your channel, and a lot of my subscribers have been as well since this beef started between you and Lady Ambrosia.
Mhm.
And the reason why, you know, there's lots of reasons why. There's always a reason. There's always a reason. You do bring up Lady Ambrosia a lot in some of your videos. Not all of them, but
3 videos. Only 3. I can tell you all the names of them too.
Some of them were deleted.
What is that?
Some of them were deleted.
No.
There were some that were deleted, and I can't find them anymore. I watched a couple that were deleted.
The only videos that I deleted was actually 2 days ago. It's when I did. I was driving around going to my spiritual shop. I went to Walmart. I went to a whole bunch of other places, and I was talking.
Oh, this was more than a week ago.
Oh yeah, none of them were deleted.
That was
yeah.
That was still.
If they were deleted, I didn't delete them. But like I said, I only brought up in 3 videos, and I actually called her Lady A, and I said things that she will know herself. I don't talk because like I said, I'm not afraid of Lady Ambrosia. Debating back and forth or physically.
Well, that's not right. That's not what I'm trying to get at right now. But she is confirming what I was saying before.
Okay.
That's with the comments about the Europeans or the northern Europeans being more advanced. She was talking about seafaring and weaponry.
Listen, when we had
technology,
she's going to say that now because she had. See, I took psychology, so I know how the human brain works. In order to be an advanced spiritualist, you have to know how the human mind works. Lady Ambrosia have had time to think about it, just like her response. It took her 3 weeks to respond, even though she said she was going to take the high road out and not discuss it. But either way, she's going to say it now because she had time to think about it. She didn't say that in none of those conversations that it was weaponry. She didn't say that. She didn't say nothing about they were more advanced with anything. She brought up culture as far as agriculture and everything else. She said they did not have all the resources. This was her words verbatim, but she said they were advanced. Now, she would have said they were advanced with weaponry, then I would have taken a whole nother era. Then I would have said, oh gosh, she's being racist. But like I said, to me being this person that I am, open-minded, not racist, and I don't see everything as racism, even when Black folks say, oh, they discriminate against because I'm Black, I don't think so. Because I've been in situations being a brown-skinned transgender woman, and I've had experiences to where it's like, well, why would they hire me and not hire this beautiful, gorgeous, cisgender, light-skinned Black woman with very nice hair texture? Like, it's deeper than you just being a race. So, like I said, for what she was talking about privately with Marcos and I, it came across very like the Norths were more advanced than everybody else. It wasn't, she didn't say no weapons. No, she didn't clarify what she meant by that. And we were like, well, what do you mean? And then she negated the conversation, and then she brought up, then we started talking about other deities, like Aphrodite.
All right. I found the video.
Uh-huh.
And my phone just went off. That was my phone. I found the video, and do you remember, I'm not going to expect you to, but do you remember a rough timestamp of where she would have said that? Because I need a little bit more context. Yeah. Context to make a logical conclusion about this.
I mean, like I told you, the conversation.
I can watch it later.
Yeah. Every time I brought up Lady A in my videos, I called her Lady A, or I said the transgender spiritualist. And like I said, we all know, I mean, I don't know any other transgender spiritualists. I think I've seen an older one, and she talks about her buying like her medications and how she's schizophrenic and all that. So I stopped watching that. You know, she don't talk about nothing else. That's all she talk about. So every video I brought up, it was about that, her Viking statement. And then I brought up the fact that on her Facebook, the dinosaur post was made, and she just sat back and watched on her phone. Now, I know she got notifications, but she watched on her phone. And then to add salt to the injury, she was PMing the people outside of that to tell them, hey, this person, she goes back and forth on YouTube, blah, blah. And I know she did that. She could sit here and deny it all day long. but I know she did it. So like I said, we're going off of what her and I know and a third person have witnessed versus what you guys are seeing from the outside. And she may have had a different conversation with y'all and said, no, I told them the weaponry. No, she didn't.
That was actually never brought up. Like, I haven't talked to Lady about the drama between you two.
Okay.
All I did was I watched another one of my subscribers, somebody who's not part of this drama, said, "Hey, Matt, this person says that the Norse pagans ate their babies and their mothers," and that was the original point of the video. That was what that person was upset about. So they were like, "Do a video on this."
And
but then the Lady Ambrosia thing came up in the video, so I was like, "This is drama."
Yeah, she brought it up.
So I was in the video that I was watching with the Norse comment. You brought up Lady Ambrosia, and then the Norse comment came up soon after. I'm like, I don't think I want to do this because it sounds like drama.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to talk to you first about it. I didn't want to just randomly do a video and then you finding the video and then coming to me and then more drama starts. I didn't want that happening, so that's why I came to you first.
I want to clarify too. I didn't say the Norse pagans ate their babies. Now that could Christians probably said that. I said the Vikings and that northern ancient before the 20th century, they did that. I didn't say pagans. I mean, we all as spiritualists, I don't know, like I said, you're pagan, but I mean that's vast. Certain belief systems that I'm in, they do some weird shit too. So even nowadays, even ancient, they were, skinning and all that good stuff too, aborting babies and sacrificing to certain deities. So I would never have said pagans. I said the culture, the North European culture, not the pagans. It was probably Christians doing it too. It was probably whatever religion they were, the pilgrims. So I wasn't putting out a certain spiritual group. So if they told you that, they were trying to stir up drama. Because no, I have a friend, like I told you, who's from London. He has Ireland history as well. I believe we're even related. He has the same last name as my grandmother, same exact biological last name, and he also has, I think, history in Scotland. So why would I say that? Oh, your pagan ancestor, who is probably my pagan ancestors, ate babies. Like, come on now. No, I wouldn't do that. So I did say the Vikings. Before the 20th century, they did. The Northern Europe people did eat their babies. That's what I said. I didn't say pagans. I didn't specifically say a religious group. Just to point that out.
The ancient Vikings were, in fact, considered to be pagan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
okay.
not in the
so they put words
in the traditional sense, pagan meant something completely different than what
of course.
use now.
Of course.
But they were non-Christian.
Okay.
They worship a multitude of deities.
Right.
And they had their laws around their deities. They were the Norse people, the Scottish people, before Christianity took over. Mm-hmm. They were all what we would consider now pagan.
Yeah.
So
but I know
that does play a part, even though you didn't say the Viking pagans.
Right.
The Vikings were still pagan.
Of course.
Everybody knows.
But of course, I'm saying if they brought it to you like that, then of course they were stirring up drama once again. Because if you watch my videos, which they probably don't know that, you would have saw that video anyway. So that's what I'm saying. The video I made last night, it wasn't just for Lady A. It was for a whole bunch of YouTubers. I will not, if there are disagreement, let's say if we like each other or I like your content and only you know that, or I'm watching your videos, only you know that. If someone bring me something and it's like, oh, well, this person said this, I'm going to, like we're doing now, we're going to have a discussion about it. But I'm not going to just go by what they're saying. Because like I said, that is very drama. That's very dramatic. Because you would, like I said, they don't know that, but they were trying to send you. Same thing with Lady A. Her friends shared that video. And in that 4-hour-long video, I talked about her for 5 minutes. And it probably was less than 5 minutes. It probably was like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And like I said, I'm going to go through that video and I'm going to actually cut out, because it's 4 hours long, and I'm going to cut out everything I brought of her, and I'm going to present it in a video. It was only 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. and she made it seem like it was a whole bunch of shit. I just talked about her belief system.
You can say a lot of things in 5 minutes.
Of course I
mean,
can.
even when I get into a debate, I do talk fast. I can get a lot in 5 minutes.
But to bullet point,
that's a long time.
To bullet point, what I said about her was just about how she's a hereditary witch, but she has yet to research outside of her own culture, like I have. That's what I said in that 5 minutes. Yes, she's heard what her grandmother said, but she's not read her own stuff. And also I talked about her saying that the Vikings were more advanced than everybody else. That was it. Any other video I make, I don't go about nothing about her hair. I did last night. I don't go about nothing about her facial structure. She was talking about a couch in her video, which had nothing to do with her. Girl, I could buy 20,000 of those couches, girl, and I got receipts to show it. Like I said, she was bringing up stuff in her video that was childish. My video content about her was about her belief system and the things she said to me that were very much like, wait a minute, we're gonna be friends, and you're coming across very racist. That was all I discussed. She, like I said, she went in, took the lower ground, and brought up couches and how she's happily married. And it's like, girl, so in this whole situation, it looks like, oh God, you're being dramatic. No, I stayed on topic. She went off into couches. She went off into buying a home, which I never asked her about that. Even in the video I did yesterday, I showed proof. She voluntarily showed me those house pictures. I didn't ask her about that. Everything, her getting married, she voluntarily talked about that. All her stuff, I never asked her about that stuff. So it's not me offensive. It's not me defending myself. It's not me upset. It's not me jealous. It's me saying, I didn't want to hear about that stuff. Our topic was about spirituality, and we had a disagreement. And it came across very much like she was trying to say Vikings were more advanced than ancient Africans. And she didn't clarify what she meant by that. And that's where it is. So like I said, she can clear it out.
So it was the comment that's the ancient Europeans, ancient Northern Europeans were more advanced than the African civilizations.
Exactly. Because we weren't even talking about the Norse. She brought up her spiritual belief. Marcos brought up his spiritual belief. I brought up mine, even though she already knew me. And when he brought up, Africa and how Africa influenced Greece, blah, 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 then she brought up, well, actually, and then that's she started bringing up the Norse culture. So she started all this. Everything about me having the, oh, girl, that's why they ate their own babies. It all started with her. Because
all right, well, I'll watch the video later so I can actually get everything going. But
okay.
when I hear somebody talking about another culture being more advanced than another culture, I'm not going to assume that it's racist in any way, shape, or form, because it is historically true that there are certain cultures that were more advanced than other cultures. That's
we're gonna agree to disagree at this point, because it's not that she said that they were more advanced that I took as racist. It's kind of like, if we're here talking about how minorities are oppressed, and out the blue you bring up, well, they don't have it as bad as white folks, blah, 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 blah. It's kind of like, that's not even the topic. So you're bringing it into a race thing, which comes across as you being very racist. So like I said, if she would have said that Vikings was more advanced in weaponry, that's historically true. I would have not said, oh, she's being racist. But like I said, it went down a whole, like I said, this is a one-sided thing. Even me telling you this, I'm telling you my side. She's going to tell you her side. There was another person involved who had their point of view, and we're on one thing. And then this guy, we don't even agree a lot of times. You can see I have a history with this guy. I blocked him. He was reading me down. I read him down. Oh, girl, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, we're cool, but he's not going to kiss my ass and say, yes, I did think she was big. No. So that's all I'm saying. If she would have just brought up the Vikings being advanced with weaponry, that would have been it. But she didn't come across that way. And even when we asked, okay, explain yourself, because I even had to jump in. I don't remember exactly what part this was at, to clarify to Marcos, okay, this is what she means. Because I think they were fighting about the Greek mythology, like Aphrodite being a war goddess or something. And then, Lady A brought up other stuff. So, you know, like I said, there was a whole bunch being discussed, but the racism was not about anything being advanced. She didn't clarify that. She just made it seem like, well, they have the brains. Basically, they have the brains to actually use the resource while everybody else didn't have the brains. That's what it came across as, not just to me, but my friend or the guy Marcos. Enlighten Marcos, he also has a YouTube channel. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not stupid. I'm not, you know, closed. I'm not narrow-minded. So I'm not just going to think, oh, she thinks that Vikings are better than everybody else or whites are better than blacks. No, I don't think like that. I don't. So her being racist is how she said it and the things that added up to that. Not just that. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we were exchanged privately that made me say, this is a Romani woman who said that she hates when people think she's white when she's not. And then she showed us a picture of these white blonde-haired women saying, look, I don't fit in. Well, you're also transgender, so I don't expect you to fit in. But anyway, that's what I see. I don't see anything else. But I mean, like I said, just a lot of stuff she did came across very racist. Not even with Marcos. We were in another group setting, and another woman also was like, wait a minute, where she's going with this? And she kept bringing up KKK, like, oh, I'm in Indiana. We're in the armpits where the KKK started. Like, we all know that, girl. We know where the KKK started at, bitch. Like, are you proud of that? Like, why are you bringing that up? Like, I don't understand the mentality behind that. I'm very logical. I'm a Gemini. I'm a Pisces, and I'm an Aries. So I'm very analytical. I'm very like, okay, I need more information before I make my opinion. And like I said, all the information she's presented to me outside of the Viking conversation is that she's a little racist. And I'm sticking with that. I'm not changing that. And it's not because she's a pagan. It's not because she's in Indiana. It's none of that. Because there's a whole bunch of stuff, even the tattoos on her body. She said gypsy means slave, but you're praising a culture that exterminated your people. You're praising a culture that got your culture, your lineage line to spread out. And like I said, we're talking about her mother's side. I mean, that's what she said. I don't know what her father is. I don't really care about that. It just seems she seems a little wishy-washy. And I don't want to have no conversation with that. That's not an articulate, that's not going to be anything other than me dumbing myself down. And I'll pass.
No, all right. Yeah. Yeah, because like I said, I haven't talked to Lady about it. It's just the way that you describe the situation.
Yeah.
I'm trying to picture it in my head as if I were watching it as it was going down, and I've seen a lot of debates that happen between two people, and yeah, a lot of people misspeak, but you have to understand that, you know, I misspeak a lot, you know, and people will correct me. I said that the Norse were the ones who first did it. A subscriber corrected me saying that it was actually the Celts that were the first to do iron, and then it advanced upwards. So I misspoke.
Right. But you know what though? If someone asks you to clarify what you mean and you choose not to clarify it, people can only judge for what you're giving them. You know, it's kind of like.
And when you asked her to clarify, she said resources, right?
No, she did not say that. She did not say resources. Anything. Coffee is resources. Anything. Gold is resources. Anything is resources. Having electricity is resources. She did not clarify. If she would have said weaponry and a whole bunch of other stuff the Vikings were known for, because they were known for a whole bunch of stuff, then, like I said, it would have been like, okay, she's coming from that point of view. Okay, she's trying to share her information. But like I said, she didn't present it that way. And even when I asked her, like, what do you mean? And even he was like, to where he was trying to end the conversation, because I know he was feeling like, honey, and he did say, I would like to have more conversation with her, because she does have some knowledge. I would like to get to know a little more of her, because like I said, when she presented that first conversation with him, it was like, oh. And like I said, that was like my, I had several conversations with her before that. And it was still kind of like, where is she going with this? Is she trying to throw shade at everybody else? And like I said, she didn't clarify. So now she can clarify because she had time to think about it. She had 30 days. This was like 5 weeks ago. She had 5 weeks to think about it. So now she's going to clarify it. And I'm not interested. You should have clarified it when we asked you to one-on-one outside of YouTube. So that's all I'm saying.
All right. Yeah.
We can all say something, or we can all misspeak, and then 5 weeks later we can say, well, I didn't mean it that way, or it was this way, and it's like, okay, we can all do that. But at that point, she had a chance to clarify what she meant, and she didn't say weaponry at all.
All right. Let me. I want to watch the video later.
Okay.
But I want to hear how you perceived it going down. Now, you said there was another person in this chat with you and Lady Ambrosia, and I think I have the right one. The live chat spiritual panel, spiritual discussion plus some surprise.
Yes.
That's the one we're talking about, because that's the only one I've seen with Lady A&M.
Yes.
So, all right.
Yes. Well, that's the only public one. We had private.
You had private conversations, but
yes.
But we're talking about a live stream that you guys did together, where she said that the Vikings were.
No, it wasn't live. It was not live. It was private. It was not live.
So the video that I'm looking at right now is not where she.
She probably brought up the Vikings, but I don't remember that. But the conversation we had, it was private. It was on Skype. It was not through YouTube or nothing. It was on Skype where she brought that up.
Oh, so yeah, it would be impossible for me to watch it and get a better perspective on the situation. Because I have a video where I talk about a coin and using a coin as an argument, and this is one of those type of arguments. I have you, and like I said, I haven't talked to Lady about this subject at all. I haven't even brought it up to her. But I have you telling me that as you perceived it. I'm going to say as you perceived it because I don't want to assume or judge or anything else. So from what you perceived, you felt as if her saying that and some of the other private conversations, she came off as a little racist. She's obviously she's in the chat, so I'm reading her comments at the same time, and it's going on. So I'm trying to get both aspects of it right now.
It wasn't just me.
As it is, but with the third person. Now this is where everything gets really tricky. Is that there was a third party involved in this conversation. Now, when the comment of Vikings being more advanced came up, there might have been a chance to where both you and the other person kind of like were like, well, what are you talking about? What are you getting at? You know, that sounded a little bit racist. I don't know how the conversation goes. I'm just throwing words out there, just so don't misinterpret what I'm saying, please. I'm just throwing stuff out there, you know. But sometimes when a person is ganged up on like that, it is a very scary situation, and so the other person didn't get on her case about saying that the Vikings were more advanced.
It was no attacking. There was none of that. We were three people with different point of views. She's Romani, as she say. I'm ancient Egyptian. He is Afro spiritualist from South America. So he's into like voodoo and hoodoo, like the ancient stuff as well. So we were not attacking her. He didn't even say on that video with her, like, oh, girl, you're a little racist. But he was like, wait a minute, no. And he counteracted what she said with his statement, proving that does not mean nothing, blah, 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 blah. But like I said, he was not the only one that had the point of view of her being a little racist. There was other people that even watched our live feed when we actually had a live video that had nothing to do with anything with race. And they said, ooh, girl, something's a little funny about her. And then even there's people that we had other private sessions with, and they even said, now, why would she show two women of color, a group of white girls, Children of the Corn, in another state, and bring up KKK on this conversation as if KKK likes us? Like, that other one was even confused. And once again, I didn't tell that other woman, like, oh yeah, I think she's a little racist too. I was like, no, I don't, there is something else there. And so like I said, it's what makes me think she's a little racist, even just a little, is a whole bunch of stuff, not just that conversation, not just conversation with her, you know, the lady, the three of us, not just me, Marcos, and her, but me, her, and the other woman. Like, it's just a whole bunch of stuff. And even the fact that she brought up in our private chat, I'm not a white supremacist. Well, only white supremacists say that, because I don't think white supremacist is the correct term for racist white people anyway. I think the word supremacy means someone who is, you are as kind as possible. They are giving, they are respectful to other people, they are loving other people. So it's like, to call yourself a white supremacist when I never said you were, when I said you're a racist white girl, it's like you're saying, like, I know I'm white, so I'm already supreme, and now you're saying I'm racist, or I'm, no, that's not what I said. So, like I said, that even just put the icing on the cake for me, like, whoa, she is a little racist, because why would you even say that? I never said that. I said racist. You were racist. A transgender Romani racist. Girl, that's what I said. I didn't say white supremacist. So, like I said, I was just confused.
Well, when I hear somebody call another white person a racist, I automatically, white supremacy, racists do believe that they are, you know, it doesn't matter the skin color, but if you're a racist, you believe you're superior than the other race. So if you're a white supremacist, you're a racist. If you're racist and you're white supremacist. Same goes for blacks, Asians, I don't care what color you are. If you're a racist, you're a supremacist.
I'm more so of the etymology of things. I'm not basic. So basic would be supremacist, mean a white person who does not like everybody else. They feel like they're supreme to everybody else. That's what they say. If you break down and you look at the word supreme, you will get what supremacist is. You will get the real meaning of it. So of course, loosely wise, you know, layman's terms, white supremacist is a white person who feel they are supreme to other people. But I'm talking about the etymology of it all. No, I would not call someone a white supremacist if I think they're racist. Now, a woman who, or a man who is white or Caucasian and they're loving and they're, you know, they're what they are. Like, I guess I'm white, but still doesn't make me better. Like, girl, you are a supreme white being. So I'm going to call you white. And I won't say white supremacist because the way that word is used now, but I'm saying in my mind, that is what a white supremacist is. A white person who don't see their whiteness as a supreme, like they're superior to anyone else. So that's all I'm saying. I don't call her a white supremacist. I didn't use that term. I won't use that term. It was saying that she was racist, and she could have just said that. Don't quote me verbatim if you're going to twist my words up. And that's the problem with people. People like to twist words up, and that's why there's a lot of misunderstanding and a lot of fights break out, and a lot of people argue because people twist words. That's not what I meant. I meant this, and I said it loud and clear. She's racist, not a supremacist. Even to me, a white supremacist is a Nazi. Someone saying, fuck nigga. You know, like, she doesn't do that. She just have racist ways. So, like I said, even if white supremacy did mean white folks who didn't like black folks, I wouldn't consider her that, because from what I know, she don't go around protesting blacks. I mean, from what I know, I don't know, you know, so why would I call her that? You know, she's racist. I do think she has a little bit of racism in her. I do, and I'm not taking that back, because she had her chance to defend that, even, her, you know, privately. And she never, I think one time she said she dated a black man before, or she had black dick before. Something like that. It was something private she talked about. She dated a black man before. And I was like, okay, so that's what we're pulling that card too now. Like, I'm not racist, I got black friends. Okay, you know, only racist people do that. I have nothing against Asians. My boyfriend is Asian. Who does that? Just say you have nothing against Asians. You don't.
Well, like you said, in today's day and age,
yeah.
I mean, I've been called a racist. I've been called a white supremacist because I'm against Black Lives Matter. The movement. I view it as a terrorist organization.
Yes.
and I'm not going
against
to
it
take
as
that
well.
back.
Yeah.
But I have been called a racist. I have been called you know, skinhead,
Yeah.
fucking trailer trash, whatever, you know. But you know, it's like, no, I'm not racist. I don't care. I look at the person. I follow Martin Luther King's words,
Yes.
not fucking Malcolm X's words.
Yes.
You know.
And I'm against the Black Lives Movement too. That's why a lot of these Black spiritualists don't like me, because I'm not pro-Black, I'm not pro-white, I'm not pro-gay, I'm not pro-LGBT, I'm pro-righteousness, I'm pro-equality. Everyone has a right to be who they are. And that's why, like I say, these Black spiritualists don't like me, which also Lady A brought oh, you got a lot of beef. I got beef because I am what they see a Black spiritualist, and I don't agree with their Black movement. I don't think Blacks, you know, I think there are some injustices for Blacks out there, just like I think there's some injustice for whites out there. Everybody has injustice, honey. So if we're going to fight for Black rights, let's fight for everybody's rights. I mean, that's my stance on it. So they don't like me because I'm not pro-Black. I'm not pro-femininity. I'm not pro, you know, if you don't look like me, you're nothing. So that's why they're attacking me. So like I said, I'm definitely against the pro-Black movement too. They are like KKK. Black Lives Matter is KKK. They're the Black KKK. I'm not taking that back. I agree with that. They are that way. They're stupid. I pass. So I will never protest with that. I will never stand for that. And I've been called a coon. They've called me, oh, you don't love yourself. Oh, girl. And it's like, do you not know when you die, this is not who you are? This is not really who you are. So why would I spend my life fighting for this?
And as a spiritualist, that's what we should be looking at anyways. As pagans, whatever path you choose within these communities, that's how you're supposed to view it. Is who the person is, not what the person is. This is what I am. I am a white guy. That's what I am.
Yeah.
You know, that's not who I am. Just because I'm a white, just because I'm a dude, doesn't mean that's who I am. No, you got to dig a little deeper than that. So yeah, I completely understand that. Once we pass on, whatever your belief is, whatever your belief in the afterlife is, it's not what your skin color was.
Right.
That should not have any aspect on life. Period.
Yes.
You know. So, but the the reason why I brought up the me being called a racist just because I'm against Black Lives Matter. Is because, you know, yes, now I'm being accused of being racist. You know, now there's a difference between telling a racist joke and actually being a fucking racist.
Yes.
If you're going around saying, you know, fuck you nigger all the goddamn time to Black people, then you're a fucking racist. Get out of my face.
Yes.
But if it's misspoken words or something, you know, you have to take everything situation by situation. You know, even one situation is a multitude of situations. You got to cut it down, and you have to process it, and you have to look at it, and like I said, from what you're telling me of the conversation that happened, I'm seeing it in a way that, you know, I'm taking every bit that I can and seeing if it really was some sort of like hidden racism.
Right.
And every way I look at it, when it comes to a conversation or debates or talking about KKK, when we're talking about oppression of minorities or whatever, then there's very little that I can see that was racist.
Right.
That's just from what I'm getting. And since I can't watch the video,
right.
You know,
I'm
only going to. I can only make up the assumption from what information you're giving me and what information she is giving me. Like this has been going on for.
But she's correct.
The drama I know has been going on for a few weeks that I know.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
also look at the debate scenery as, yes, there are going to be, you know, misinformation. There's going to be, you know, I seen it one way, she sees it another way. I'm trying to take both of them and find the middle ground. And from what I'm seeing is she's misspoken, and everybody everybody kind of got into into that hurt, you know, feelings were hurt because of the historical aspects of, I mean, you got to admit, blacks weren't treated very well in world history. You got to admit that. So yes, that is still a tender subject. You know, I get it.
It doesn't affect me though, and that's what I'm saying. It's not that I'm sensitive, because that's what it's coming off as, is that I'm being a sensitive person of color, and which, like I said, from her words, she's not even white, and she looks Native American to me, by the way. I call her a racist white girl because, whatever. That's Native to me. Very light skin, dark hair. She looks like the Native Americans. But anyway, it's not that I'm being sensitive, because like I said, my world is not racist. My perception is off of my consciousness. I'm only going by what she presented to me, and it's my perception. You being someone who, I'm sure you have had oppression, I'm sure you have been through stuff, but your psychological standpoint is very different from mine. You're not a part of subdivisions outside of paganism that will make you the oppressed. So you're not going to see it my way. But the people that were involved, you had another black woman who actually identifies as being black. I identify as being mixed or other, because like I said, my grandmother is European and Native American. So I'm not going to just say I'm black or I'm Hispanic. I'm going to say everything. But it was a black woman who actually identifies as being black, who's also multicultural. She loves Asian culture. She loves Native American culture. She loves European culture. She's multicultural. And then you have a South American man who could identify as being white, because he's very fair complected, who have also roots in other spiritual backgrounds. And for us all to have the same input of it, like, it's not just my perception. It's not just me thinking she was racist. Everybody else have brought forth that she not have misspoken. She's a little ignorant. And if that is misspoken, so is that Rich Plana. You know who that is? Rich Plana was a bodybuilder on steroids. I met him personally. I dated a famous UFC fighter who I will not go into mention. He was friends with Rich Plana. When Rich Plana met me, he asked my boyfriend, did he had jungle bunny fever? And I said, jungle bunny fever? What the fuck does that mean? And, my boyfriend clarified with him, like, excuse me. So he misspoke. When he had the recording of him calling his girlfriend a nigger lover, he said, oh, that was misunderstanding. It just flipped out. No, you don't call people the N-word if you don't feel that way. You don't call gays the F-word, faggots, if you don't feel that way. You don't call transgender men or crossdressers if you don't feel that way. If you're not racist or you don't feel superior to other people, because that's what white supremacy is, or supremacy period, then you're not going to make statements to make it seem like you feel superior. That woman, Lady A, made statements with our private conversations and those conversations with the other people as if she were superior or the Vikings were superior to everyone else. So that's why my stance is she is a racist. And like I said, it's not me being sensitive. It's not me, oh God, I'm pulling the black card. No. She provided information, so she's a racist, and she's had 5 weeks to think about it. And no, you can't take back what you said, honey. There's no moving there. No, I will never be good with the racist, and karma's real. People think they go around saying and doing shit for so long. It's going to catch up. We'll see. We'll see if she's really a racist or she misspoke. We'll see.
All right, I'm actually reading the chat because there's a lot going on right now. A couple of trolls came in, said hi, bye. I don't care about that.
And see, and I'm glancing over now too. She said I never used the N-word. I didn't say that. So like I said,
well, yeah.
I didn't say she used the N-word.
I think she's like going between because the Heathen Haven channel is actually doing a live stream right now.
Okay.
So she's probably going back and forth and just seeing like parts of the conversation. So
she had, like I said, she had a chance to defend herself, and she did not do so even privately. And now that it's public, and I showed my receipts, and nothing was hit but an ego, because like I said, she didn't build me. Nothing she did will ever affect me. I've been established before she even probably knew she was a transgender woman or a woman of trans experience. So nothing she has done has built me or taken away from me. So it's not a jealousy thing. It's not, oh, I'm angry at that. No, it's just we come from two different levels, and I can't be with people personally who have that point of view. If your perception is that way, I'm not even going to try to change that. Like you said, you won't argue with a racist who's a known racist. I hate niggers. I'm not going to sit here and argue with someone who I feel is a little racist, and not just me, but other people who also had an experience with her think the exact same way. And even from the live feed, when we did that live video, they didn't say she was racist, but there was a lot of judgments, and I'm like, wow, these people don't even know her, but they know her. Like the people that come on my channel, a lot of them are very spiritually in tune. I have a lot of powerful numbered people that have a good destiny number, very powerful, and also people that got strong spiritual roots. So when they say stuff, I'm kind of like, well, that's their perception. They're not stupid. They're not making that up. And like I said, from my own experience, it is what it is. She can't take that away. I'm not changing my mind. Nothing she says now or does will change that. She had her chance to change that, and she didn't do it. So like I said, I'm not interested in even, entertaining her, honey. I don't got time for that. I got clients. I got work I need to do, darling. Okay? I got clients. I'm booked and busy, as I always say. Okay? Hello. I'm not interested in that.
All right. But yeah, I've been reading her comments as well. But she said that she did try to message you privately. After this whole entire situation, I asked her if she got screenshots. She says, "Yes, lady, you have my hangouts. Please send them to my hangouts so I could see them."
Well, wait a minute. So she tried to private message me after her and I went at it through Facebook, or she said,
I guess it's private messaging. I guess Facebook, Twitter, whatever you guys are using, whatever you guys were using together.
Yeah, because she contacted me after she seen that video I posted 5 weeks ago. But that was a month ago. She contacted me a week after that. So 4 weeks ago, yeah, we did message, and I showed the receipts to that on my video. But she didn't.
Yeah, she just said that you did a video on. She says you did a video, and she also did a video on the conversation that was happening between the two of you. I just want to get this squashed. That's all I'm really trying to do. I'm just trying to get this squashed.
It's squashed though. Like I said, we can agree to disagree. Even in her emails, when she said, we'll agree to disagree, we'll walk away, no problems. I'm down for that, because the more she know, like I said, the further she get into her spirituality, the more experience she get into it, not just reading and doing stuff privately. The more she starts to interact with different groups of people like I have, then the more she will expand her mind. Her being initiated into a high priestess status, that she says she's doing, that's going to open her mind, and then she'll look back on our conversation, and then she can make her own then. Right now, at this point, like I said, we're just going to walk away from it. There's no bad blood outside of what was talked about. She has her point of view, I have my point of view. Even like I said, I had dinner last night with a friend, and he said, don't you think taking a high road is better? And I'm like, exactly. That's why I did the video. Like, I'm done with that. If you cannot talk with me in person, or we cannot agree to disagree, there's no point in us talking. Like, if I think she's racist, even now, if I think she's racist,
I can't do person, but I can do here.
Well, you know what I mean, though. I'm saying, like,
well, no. Let's get this squashed, because there's obviously. Now, on my channel, I have had other people on my channel, and when it gets a little too rambunctious or people are starting to be disrespectful, I do kick. I'm not afraid to do so. I give one warning. After that, it's done. I will, just because I don't want like tomorrow, the next day, a month from now, a year from now. I don't want to hear nothing from either you or her. I don't care who's doing it.
Oh no, you're not gonna get that from me. That's what I said in that 4-hour-long video yesterday. I will not discuss her. Even if she make more videos about me, like there's millions of people out there that has 40,000 subscribers, 20,000 subscribers, even 200,000 subscribers that do videos on me. So, she does that, that's her business, but I'm not gonna keep debating that. So she can keep making videos. She won't have no more, there will be no more videos on my channel about her. Guaranteed.
All right, and that's all right, so that's this is going to be posted on my channel.
Of
So,
course. I said in my video too last night.
all right.
Yeah.
So not only are your subscribers going to hold you to it,
Yeah.
but now my subscribers are going to hold you to that, and so am I.
Yeah.
And as a, spiritual to spiritual,
Yeah.
I would very greatly appreciate if you kept your word.
Of course.
And because if this keeps happening, we're going to be
Oh,
right
no,
back here.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Last night, I don't think y'all watched my video yesterday. I think the last video you probably seen of mine is the one I did 3 days ago now.
On Friday.
Friday, okay. So yeah, I think you've seen that video. If you see the video that was posted yesterday, I actually said that I'm closing that door, and not just with Lady A, because like I said, I have not known her that long. We have not interacted a lot of time. Like we've only been keeping correspondence for the past few months. So I'm not gonna give this person energy for the next year of my life when I've only talked to her for about, I think April, she came in my room and I gave her a reading. So April, May, June, July, like 4 or 5 months. I'm not gonna give her a year of my life. So like I said, I can guarantee you there will not be no videos, not just for her, but other people. Because there's people that, like I said, that I knew for 5 years, who's been talking about it for 5 years and don't got videos. I don't got videos about them. Like they making videos about me, they got screenshots of me. I see them, but I'm not gonna make a comment about it because they want my energy. They want me to give them that. And I'm about energy work. You need my energy. I don't need yours. With or without you, I'm known. I'm thriving. I'm getting clients. My clients are getting their results. So I don't have to jump on somebody else's bandwagon to become known or to get help. Like, come on out. No. So that's all I'm saying. Never.
Okay.
Not gonna say it.
All right. Well, you live out in California. I live in the Northwoods. I can see Canada from my house.
Okay.
So it's pretty late here, and I'm actually getting kind of hungry.
Yes.
So, you got to say your part. So hopefully this will be the last anybody hears about the drama. And hopefully we both walk away with a little bit more perspective. And I wish you all the best and blessed be. She does. You do have a channel. It is. Let me promote you here real quick. It is called Ancient Egyptian Magic, all one word, all lowercase.
Your people are not, based on the comment section. I don't even have to look at the comments. I know what it is because I'm about energy. There's some people in there that's not taking sides, but majority of them, I know what their sense are on this. So your people are not interested in what I have to say on my channel. So you don't even got to plug me in.
Well, some of your videos, like I said, I did watch some of your videos, and there were times where you were talking about spirituality, and I'm like, huh.
But I'm saying, like, your viewers.
But then there was the dramas, but then there was some drama stuff, and it's like,
we all have drama though. See, my addressing to drama, this is a cleanse for me. I don't hold on to stuff. So I live a stress-free life. If there's an issue, I voice it, and that's why I have my YouTube channel. I can come out, I can say what I need to say, and keep it moving. I go to sleep well, I wake up well, So, like I said, me doing my videos is me responding to people that has shit to say about me. Subliminally, the video was about Lady A, and she wanted to make it about her, and then she made a video, and telling other people, not just a video, she made it public, talking about me, and even whatever, we won't get into that. So like I said, it's not me stirring up drama, it's me finishing it. It's me saying, look, girl, here's your flaws, you made up, you lied, you fucked up, you had your chance to fix it, you did not do so. And that's why I did my videos. Her videos, on the other hand, was definitely shady and, like I said, couches and, girl, I'm this and that. And it's like, I'm single because I choose to be. I attract men from all around the world, darling. I'm not a sex worker. I'm a femdom, internationally known. I know men in Scotland, London, all around the world. So I'm single because I choose to be. My craft comes first, and then my life comes second. And then what? My boyfriend's going to come third, or my husband's going to come third? No. So I'm single by choice. So like I said, it's not jealousy between me and her, me coming into her. It's me clearing my point. And that's all I wanted to say, just to note that. It's nothing else.
Yeah, so I don't put jealousy in it.
Okay.
You don't have to convince me. I'm not,
but that's what the comments are saying.
I'm not the one thinking that.
I have to
that's the
clarify
comments.
Yeah.
That's the comments. I'm not the one thinking that.
Yeah, I'm just a black spiritualist that's jealous of a 24-year-old Romani spiritualist. That's the stereotypical thing, honey.
But being around the world, a femdom, like that is a new term for me. To be honest, I thought you were talking about being a dominatrix.
Yes, femdom. Yes. It's the same thing. It's a form of domination. Yeah.
Okay, so but why the femme in front of it then?
Okay, because the femdom is your feminine. You're making your subs worship and admire your femininity. So femme being your divine feminine. So anybody who comes on as your sub has to respect that. So they got to call you goddess every time they talk to you. They're not masculine. You know what I mean? Yeah. So dom is an umbrella. There are male doms called masters, and they have like a whole bunch of stuff underneath that. So femdom is a dom who is kind of like a feminist. Like she's about the empowering of the feminine energy. And even some of my clients I've turned.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I understand.
So femme is just a sub to that. Yeah.
So it's just a subcategory of the dominatrix, leather and lace, basically.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Don't worry. I was,
You look it up.
the whole dominate, being dominated and stuff when I was younger. I get it. Now I'm more of the rough one. If you get my meaning.
Of course.
So you say like I don't want to come off as rude or offensive.
Of course.
It's definitely going to sound like it.
No, it's not. Go ahead.
I'm just telling you right now that's not my purpose.
Okay, go ahead.
When I was being dominated, I was actually in a civil relationship with this person.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to the legal system, if you are not in a civil relationship with boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, if you're not in a civil relationship or married and performing services that can be considered sexual in nature. Like I don't know if you actually have sex with your clients. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have sex with your clients, but the dominatrix part is still, femdoms are still part, from what I'm getting of it, it's still part of the lace and leather community.
Yes. But it's not,
which is a form of, just because you don't have sex doesn't mean that it's not sexual.
Of course, but it's also legal. I can't go to jail.
Oh yeah.
I can't go to jail for being a femdom. In fact, some of my clients are actually police officers, lawyers. I've had celebrity clients.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is contracted. So even if we're doing a stunt and they die, it's in the contract that they allowed me, so everything is legal. It's the contract. So, so it is a part of that, but it's not. The way that people throw it up as if we're prostitutes. I don't know. I don't get fucked. I don't do sexual stuff. Like there are people that I will degrade. I will make them take off their clothes and, put on some pink panties or, get it in some, whatever. Like there's so much stuff underneath that. But I think you're thinking of the sexual porno. Porno depicts it as the sexual aspect. Not all dom stuff is sexual. Some dom stuff is being called, racial terms. Some dom sessions is being forced to go out with nipple clamps on. You know, it's not about intercourse or fellatio or none of that.
Right, but I'm not talking about like the physical sex, but the sexuality of dominate. Like I do know that there are dominatrix out there from a business point of view.
Yes.
That no, there's no sex, there's no kissing, there's no there's none of that. But the whole purpose of I normally see just males doing it, hiring a dominatrix. It is for gratification, sexual gratification, because you know they might be married and their wife doesn't feel comfortable with it or something, so they get a dominatrix. Since it's not sex, it's not cheating.
Yeah, but
in my personal opinion, it's not sex, it's not cheating.
I agree.
But some people get off, like they get off in that. So it technically, legally, in a legal sense, it is considered sex work. But yes, it is a legal type. It is a legal type of sex work. So there are legitimate businesses that do this. It's not like you're on the street corner flashing your legs. You know, I get that. I think that's what you're thinking when people are saying that you're a sex worker. Is that
that's the way they put it out. Nope, they don't clarify. They don't say it's called adult entertainment. That is the professional term. When people say sex workers, they're talking about prostitutes. Sex workers is not a woman that sit on the phone and moan. That's also sex. They're busting a load too, but you're not a sex worker if you do that. So when people say sex worker, they mean prostitution. They mean someone is getting paid to have sexual encounters. So that's what I'm saying. When people say sex work, I'm like, I'm not a sex worker. Now, also being a dom, there's people that get off by eating food. There's people that will actually populate from eating food. So if I cook for someone, am I also considered a sex worker? Because there's people that have a fetish of that as well. They love to eat food. They love to smell food. I've had that. I've had clients that are into that. They just want to see you cook and just let me add the salt. I kid you not. It's weird, but they're like, oh my God, I gotta go. And you know what they're doing. You know what they're doing. So like I'm saying, you're not a sex worker because you're a chef. You're not a sex worker because you have big boobs, because guys are getting turned on by that too. Guys like big asses. Like, so everything could be sexual. And that's why I come from my stance. I am a spiritualist, but I'm a sensual sexual spiritualist, because everything is sexual. Everything. The way people smack their lips, come on now. Sucking on straws in the video you showed, all that. Showing of the hands, like, you could, if you have it in mind, say, why are you showing your hands? Like, what are you doing with your hands? Like, everything could be sexual. So, like I said, with the sex working thing, when they said sex worker, they know what they mean by sex worker. Like, they're not stupid.
When I think of sex worker, I think of somebody who professionally helps other people get off, not physically, but when I think about a prostitute, somebody who actually fucks somebody for money, that is a prostitute.
They call them sex workers.
I don't call them sex workers. I call them prostitutes.
See? But they're called sex workers. So that's why I know the definition of sex workers. That's when people say, you're a sex worker, huh? It's like, well, you are too, because even as a hairstylist, like, let's talk about this. Going into Lady Ambrosia, she asked me, was I a sex worker private? And then on the video, she cut in again, like I said, being a shady ass bitch, she cut in and said, I have nothing against sex workers. We had a conversation about this. I told you I'm not a sex worker. So then you throw tea and shade like the queen that you are. And that's my issue with her. But like I said, outside of that, cutting people's hair, some guys go get their hair cut by a woman because that also turns them on. I have a clipper set right now that costs $129 that a client brought me because he wanted me to cut his hair. That helped him bust his load. Now, he didn't do it in my possession, but he would tell me when I go home or I'm in the car, I jack off thinking about a beautiful woman cutting my hair. So like I said, if I'm a sex worker, she's also a sex worker. You are a female with big tits, nice ass, you're curvaceous, you're feminine, and these men are getting their hair cut by you. Like, that's also sex working too then.
Well, there's a difference. Well, there is. I'm sorry, but that just seems like you're inflating the situation.
No.
Because there is a difference between what you do as a profession and what
No,
she
it's
does
not.
as a profession.
It's the same thing. Nope, it's the same thing. Because she even burned candles and she flirts with them. It's the same thing, and that's my issue with society. Is that if you're charging for this service, it's wrong. But girls could go on Craigslist and meet men and have sex with them. You're still a hoe. Like it's the only makes difference is the prostitute was smart about it. She knew what her vagina was worth, or he knew what his penis was worth, or he. So there's no difference. You see it as a difference because it's just out there. What I do is in your face. What she's doing is the same thing. It's the exact same thing in the sense of they're not busting their load in front of her, and she's probably not jerking them off like I don't jerk off my clients. She's probably not
Right.
sucking them off like I don't suck them off, but we still are providing a service to clients, which are males, and they're coming to get a service from us. They're paying us, and we don't know what they do when they go home. Some of my clients tell me what they do. All of them don't tell me when they go home they have sex with their wife. Some of them need to let off mental steam. They go to a job, they own people. People make them like, so they want somebody to dominate them, to make them outside of what they normally are. So like I said, there's a difference, but there's not a difference. She flirts with these men like I flirt with my clients to get them to give me more money, but there's no sex involved. So what I do is sex working or sex in nature. What she does is also the same thing. And a lot of girls, that's why they do cosmetology. I know a lot of transgender women and cisgender women go to school for biology so that they can meet attractive men and hope to find a husband. So like I said, what's the difference? Like you're
Okay, so let's do this. I work at McDonald's.
Uh-huh.
So I recently got cross-trained from grill to window. And every restaurant that I interacted with people, I'm not a good-looking guy, but I got confidence, and confidence is always key. And I would flirt with the women that come in just to get them to come back.
Exactly.
But flirting is a key aspect for business, period. I don't care what kind of business you're in. Flirting is key.
Of course. I'm a business major.
Like a woman salesman.
Uh-huh.
She'll touch the guy's arm, trying to buy a car. She'll touch the guy's arm, and then she'll like start talking, all the mechanics about the car.
Yeah.
I'm stupid when it comes to cars, so thank you for telling me what's in this car.
Right.
But flirting is key. But what I'm trying to get at is that the main priority of the main task, the main selling point of the business is me. I'm trying to sell you a sandwich. I'm trying to make you fat so I can make a buck. All right, that's my job, is to make you fat.
Mm-hmm.
The way I can make you fat is by flirting with you when you come in, so you can come back the next day and the next day and get that big juicy burger, just so you can get flirted with again.
Right.
Everything that's going through my head is sell them that burger, sell them that sandwich, make it a large meal with a large soda, sell them an apple pie, sell them the cookies, sell as much as you possibly can. I am a salesman, right? With Ambrosia, she cuts people's hair. She wants people to come back so that she can cut their hair. That gives her more money. I know a lot of shops, they allow tips.
Mm-hmm.
So the flirting will give her more tips.
Okay.
I've seen that a lot at 5-star restaurants that I worked at. The girls would flirt with their customers.
Of course.
However, her main priority is make the guy look nice, cut his hair, or the woman do her hair, put him up in curls, permanent, whatever she does. I don't know what style she does. I don't know.
Right.
But
I know what
her main priority, her main task, her job is to get the hairstyle the customer wants.
Mm-hmm.
Your main priority as a femdom is to dominate men. And these men are, they want that because they want to be gratified in a way that they are not being gratified.
Not all the time.
Exactly.
It's a psychological thing, though. That's the main job of the dom. Psychology.
But, yeah, right. But to provide a gratification that they cannot get either sexually, mentally, emotionally, physically. So in your line of work, the legal definition
it's not sex work.
is sex work, while hers is barber, mine is
like I said,
customer service.
I'm gonna be honest with you about this. It seems that everything that we're discussing, you're trying to defend her, and that's fine because you're her friend, so that's definitely normal.
Oh no! It's
what I do is not considered sex work. Sex working is illegal. So what I do, and that's what I'm saying, we're gonna agree to disagree because our perception is different. The underlying thing with you working at McDonald's, her being a hairstylist, me being a femdom, is we all flirt with our clients. We all provide a service to get paid with, and we all get into their minds to get them to give us what we want. That's
right, but you have
thing.
to look at the priority, like liquor stores. Their main priority, their main selling point, liquor. Dominatrix, their main selling point is sexual gratification.
No, mine is not that, though. That's what I'm saying. People misunderstand that. Mine is not sexual gratification. I don't deal with clients that want to get stuff stuck up their ass. If they do that outside, which, like I said, hairstylists, you don't, like I said, you don't know, even being a McDonald's worker, if your client thought you were cute, which you're not unattractive, by the way, but she thought you were cute, and she's like, going home to rub herself thinking, I'm going to go get a burger tomorrow because that man was so hot. Like, you don't know that. So it's the same thing. That's all I'm saying. It could be the same thing. Same thing with Lady Ambrosia or people like her. I know people that get off by getting their hair cut, and that's why they only want women to cut their hair. They don't want a man. They're like, nope, if a man cut my hair, I walk out. They want a woman to do so they can come. Like I said, she don't know what they're doing when they leave out. But I've had conversations with her, and she actually says she's done spiritual work to get those clients, to flirt with them, to get them to like her so they can pay her. I do the exact same stuff. Now, like I said, if they go home and jerk off thinking about me, if they're like, that's their business, but that's not what I advertise. Even in my advertising, I say, if you're looking for sexual gratification or sexual experience, I'm the wrong one. If you're looking for your mind to be fucked, I'm the one. So for me, my selling point is psychology. It's to get people to step outside their box. So like I said, if they go home and jerk off to it, that's fine. Some people, they don't. They're like, you know what? You had me thinking a whole nother thing, and that didn't turn me on. Well, that's fine. You paid me for my job. My job was to break open your mind. So that's all I'm saying. To the outside world who's not in this industry, it does look like we're sex workers. It does look like we're sexual gratification, but I'm not into that. There are some femdoms that are into that. Trust me, I know. I have a girlfriend who says she's not a prostitute, but she is, because she has sex with her clients. I will never have sex with my clients because I'm about energy. If you're, anyway. So yeah, like I said, it's not sex working. Now, porno, if you do porn, femdom, that's fine. But like I said, what I do,
even porn is a form of sex work.
Of course.
But it is a legal form of sex work.
Yes.
There are legal forms of sex work, and there are illegal forms of sex work.
Yes.
If you're just some random person out on a street corner flashing your leg, guys pull over or whatever you're into, and you go to the window and say, hey, want me to suck your dick? Then that's illegal. That's punishable. Right. In a lot of states. I think there's 1 or 2 states that it's not illegal anymore.
Of course not, because they like little kids too. This is the same thing, they love little girls. So
But
all I'm saying is
Nevada. It's prostitution is legal in some parts of Nevada. But that's actually through a legitimate business in Nevada because of shit. But otherwise, here where I live, prostitution is illegal.
Yeah.
I mean, unless if you don't get caught, or you fuck somebody and they just happen to slip you fucking money, then but to say that I don't know how to explain it. But I get where you're coming. I get where you're coming from.
I encourage you to do your research. I really do, because I really do, because if someone said they're a dom, that's not sex working. That's no. Even if you look up the word sex work, you will not see dom I don't care. Now you might go into a forum where people are asking about it, but no, that's not sex working. So that's all I'm saying. You could personally think it is, and some people could, yes, but if you're bringing it up to mention when Lady Ambrosia brought up that I'm a sex worker and I clarified her, she was throwing shade. So that we're putting it out there. She could retract and say, no, I wasn't. You are a sex. No, bitch, you were throwing shade. And she know that. And that's what I'm saying. I don't like when I respond to people because I don't like when people pussyfoot or make it seem like they're the victim. Like, you know what you did to get put in this situation. I'm not bored to just say, oh, girl, she's talking about me. Let me do a video. There's a lot of people that talk about me. You can't fight everybody. But like I said, if you want to go personally and say you're a sex worker, when we talked privately and you said, girl, are you a sex worker? And I said, no. And then you come out and say, well, I have nothing against sex workers. You are trying to be shady. And that is childish. And like I said, that's why I said, nothing I did was wrong. Nothing I said was childish. Nothing I said will make people think anything different of me other than who and what I am. If you think that I'm anything other than what I present on my other videos, that's your own personal opinion. But like I said, I'm definitely not childish. I'm definitely not disrespectful. And I'm definitely not a sex worker. Now, I have done sex working things. I'm never going to say that. There are times where in the past, 7 years ago, where I was doing sexual acts with some people. And just so happened they paid me. But as a professional femdom since 2012, legally, no. I don't do oral. Even if a client tell me, will you help me ejaculate? I kid you not. I will exit them out of the hotel. And there's reviews out there about me too that would tell you that. The client have come in and they're like, hey, you know, I'm backed up. What? Wait a minute. Are you backed up where? Okay. Thank you. I wish you the best. Yes, I've turned down money for that because no, that's not my thing. Now over the phone, I do phone sex as well. Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. You can go ahead and bust that. So, yeah, if you say that's sex working, I guess I'm a sex worker. But the doming, no. That's not the same thing. That's all I want to say.
All right. Well, like I said, I just
you gotta think
when I said
yes.
you're a sex worker, I hope you just didn't take it offensively.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
get offensive.
Oh, you said it. See, I didn't know you called me a sex worker. No. I know she
several times actually through when I was talking, I did.
See, I'm not even if I was, I wouldn't be ashamed of that. A lot of sex workers are more wealthy than hairstylists. A lot of them make more money than doctors and lawyers. Like, I got friends that are sex workers who drive very expensive cars and travel the world. Why there's people that got professional jobs, they ain't doing that. So if I was a sex worker, I would be prideful in that. That's who I am, but I'm not that. So it's not that I'm embarrassed or anything. I'm just not that. So like I said, I didn't know you called me that. I know she did because my people told me she did. And I thought, oh, is he bringing that up because she called me that? So let me clarify that, honey. If I'm a sex worker, so is she. Because like I said, we have private conversations, and she said she do candle work to turn them on so they can pay her. That's her exact words. Not I flirt with my clients so they can tip me. It's I'm going to do work to the power of seduction. We all do seduction, honey. Even you selling a burger. Seduction is considered sexual. You're awakening someone's sexual energy when you do seduction. So yes, if you're working at McDonald's and you're flirting with people to get them to come back, that would be sex working too. If what I do is sex working, that is also sex working because you're getting them turned on. You're not just flirting with them to make them feel good. You know, you're making them get excited like, oh, I'm gonna come back to this guy. That's sex working too. If what I do is sex work, it's the same thing. So that's how I see it. Like I said, I see things.
Well, my point when I was saying that is that the main purpose of the business, not the act of.
Okay.
Like you actually doing the act of your femdom thing. You know, whether it's sexual to you or not.
Yes.
You know, which I know for the most part it most likely is not sexual for you.
Right.
Just from my basic understanding of dominatrix in general, it's not really professional dominatrix. It's not sexual for the dominatrix. It's more sexual for the client.
Right.
And even within that within the leather and lace,
right,
it is considered primarily the primary purpose of it is considered to be sexual.
Right.
And that's why I said when I think of sex worker, the term sex worker, I'm thinking about, you know, your porn stars, your
Yes.
dominatrix, your sex lines,
Yes.
you know, them. Those to me are sex workers.
Okay.
Now, because one, they're legitimate businesses.
Uh-huh.
You're making money legitimately.
Uh-huh.
You have a clientele that you got legitimately, even if they're cheating on, even because I should say cheating because I don't consider it cheating.
Right.
When you're watching, when you're jagging off the porn, or you call someone to come step on your nuts or something. I don't know. You know?
Yeah, they
but
call that cheating.
I don't consider that cheating. I just consider that being, you know, getting a gratification that your significant other cannot give you,
right,
or will not give you.
Right.
And for the most part, yes, it is sexual primarily. Primarily what I do is sell sandwiches.
I think it's linked though. And I'm just saying, like, by standards and definition, femdom is not considered sex working. So we can have our own perception of what that means. But I'm just saying standard wise, and if you Google it or you go to other femdoms, I mean, honestly, some femdoms will be offended by that. I'm not, because like I said, there are clients that definitely are attracted to me. I've been proposed to. I've had, and I'm sure you have, I mean, if you've done it that long, I'm sure you've had people say, hey, can I take you out to eat? Like, they're turned on by you. So like I said, my primary is not to get you turned on or to get you to come. It's to get you to give me my money and to keep coming back to getting your mind fucked up. I fuck the mind. Yes, I do. Physically, no. You go home to your wife. And a lot of my clients, honestly, I only deal with married people. I will not, if you're single, because I have them fill out questions, and I even ask, like, are you married? If they're single, I won't see you because you're coming to get off sexually. Married people, you did say they're seeking something that their partner can't give them, and that's what they're coming to me for. Maybe their partner don't have that mentality to own them the way that I could. So, you know, like I said, I agree with you on that, definitely. But sexually, that's not always the case. So like I said, sex working, no, femdoms are not sex workers. But like I said, I've been down that road. You know, I've done what you would consider prostitution years ago. So hey, I'm not ashamed of that. I'm, you know, if I am a sex worker, hey, I'm proud, honey. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah.
All right, I definitely need to get something to eat. So I want to cut out. Thank you again for coming on. I really appreciate it.
By the way, you're welcome. I want to say this too. I don't think you're a tranny chaser. In fact, and I'm saying this on your video, 3 hours of talking because we're having an actual articulate conversation. You're not trying to. You know, you're not trying to dumb me down.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Or vice versa. So I don't think you're a tranny chaser. So that's not why I'm talking with you. And I don't think that all men like trannies that are tranny chasers. I think that tranny chasers are men who want to fuck transgender women, but they don't want to be open about it. That's a tranny chaser. So with you, like I said, Madwitch, I know you are a LGBT ally. I actually, from what people told me, that you are a part of the LGBT community. Maybe they also misunderstood that. So, like I said, I did it, you know.
It's because I had a video where I was really pissed off. Like, I hate it when there's these crazy Christians that come out and be like, well, I was an ex-gay. I'm like, what the fuck? You're not an ex-gay. You're gay. Yes. You can't be an ex-gay. Fuck you. Fuck off. You're lying straight to your fucking teeth to make gays seem like fucking horrible people, like it's a fucking disease. Fuck you. It's a chemical imbalance called attraction. It's natural. So I get really heated when it comes to like I had a gay friend back in high school, and his dad tried to beat the gay out of him. I went to his dad and I beat the shit out of him. I don't tolerate that shit. Because when I was a Christian, I was the one saying, you're a faggot, you're going to hell, you're a piece of shit. I was that person. And now that I'm looking back, I'm like, if I would have met 12-year-old me, 13-year-old me, I would have beat the shit out of myself. Fuck jail, fuck the cops. I don't give a shit. I'm beating your ass.
So So yeah, like I said, I don't think that all men, because I have cisgender males who are into cisgender women. They have nothing against transgender women, but they're into self-lubricating vaginas. Okay, they're into women who are naturally born that way. Okay, that's fine. But we're still cool. And I will never consider them tranny chasers. Tranny chaser, like I said, to me, is a man who likes a transgender woman just for that reason, but he may not be open about it. Some of them are. So I don't think you're a tranny chaser. We're talking, I'm here because, like I said, I want to clear up some stuff, not defend myself, but clear up to make it seem like there's no animosity towards any pagans out there. There's no animosity towards any Nordic belief people. There's no people I'm a Viking, you know, if you care that's your tea. There's nothing against that. And like I said, in that video, I didn't call you a tranny chaser. It was in regards to Lady A calling Marcos a tranny chaser, and then I probably added on and say, well, someone who likes you while he's married and he just want to fuck you.
Right? Yeah, that's.
You know what I mean? That's what I said.
That was the comment, but yeah, you already explained that was the comment.
Yes.
You mistaken me for another person.
Yes.
Yeah. But earlier in the video, before you came on, I don't know how long you were watching beforehand, but the video, I was going through the video, and I'm like, yeah, I made the joke, but I will definitely, if the surgery was good from the transition, because I've seen transsexual surgeries that were just fucking butchered, and it's like you still look like a guy, like you couldn't get a better surgeon, but then like you do look like a female. Ambrosia, she does look like a female.
Mm-hmm.
You guys had really good surgeries, and I'm going to say that yes, you're attractive. As now a member of the opposite sex, you are attractive. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm just going to, no. I joke with Lady Ambrosia because, yes, I do find her attractive, but I'm not going to fuck her.
Of course. So that doesn't make you a tranny chaser. So that's what I'm saying. Just because you find someone attractive, and that's what I want to talk about too. I'm going to do a video on it because people, men like women, obviously. Men are very visual. So if a man sees a transgender woman, okay, she was born a male, who gives a damn? He sees what he likes. So people shame men on that. And I consider that feminist. If you tell a man, oh, you like trannies, you're nasty, like he doesn't like her because she's a tranny unless he's a tranny chaser. He likes her because she's attracted to him. He's a man, he sees a woman and he likes that woman. Like, why are you shaming him for that? And that's my issue. So like I said, the whole tranny statement, even if you like trannies because they look like women, that's not a tranny chaser. Tranny chaser go even deeper than that. It's even hard to be a tranny chaser if you like a post-operative tranny or transsexual. If you're into trannies because they have a penis, that definitely makes you a tranny chaser. Only because, oh, that's chick with it, I want that. That makes you a tranny chaser. If she is post-operative, then no, that takes it out of that realm. So like I said, I just want to clarify that. I don't
also like if she actually got the vagina surgery as well.
Yes.
Okay.
That's not a tranny chaser. Like, so you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like I said, it goes to a whole bunch of stuff. But I did not call you a tranny chaser. And like I said, it probably came up with Hellbound being a tranny chaser. And I only said that in regards to Lady A because she called Marcos a tranny chaser because he's a gay man who loved feminine women. He loved feminine transsexuals. He loved women. He loved goddess energy. So she got creeped out because he said, you guys are so beautiful. You're goddesses. She got creeped out. And I'm like, damn. So that's when, like I said, so you're not a tranny chaser at all. You're a man who likes women. Okay. I just want to clarify that. I didn't call you a tranny chaser. And I, like I said, I'm called Hellbound a tranny chaser because I don't know him personally. I'm going by what I've seen. I'm going by what she told me. And I said it in retrospect. Like, well, if Marcos is a tranny chaser for being a gay man who called you beautiful and he said that you're a feminine goddess and he kept complimenting you, then isn't Hellbound a tranny chaser? Because he also said you're gorgeous and that he would fuck you. So that was a question to her. It wasn't to say he's a tranny chaser.
I don't think I've ever, me personally, because like I said, Hellbound Heathen and I, we were our co-founders of the Heathen Haven channel. So I know him, pretty well. We've been talking, I don't know, or we've been talking for like a year now.
Yes.
But I've never, you know, flirting, yeah, beautiful, yeah.
He jokingly said it.
Fucking no. I was the one who made the fucking comment.
Well, no, when I
was me that made the fucking comment.
When I was in her live chat, this was probably in July. I don't remember exactly the month. It's right after we did the collaboration. I didn't see Mad Witch in there. I seen Hellbound. I seen some other weird names. But he made the statement. Hellbound, I remember the name. He said when she got up, oh, now that she's gone, who wouldn't fuck that? Hell y'all fuck that. And then one of the girls, oh God, I don't remember her name. She said, oh God, you know she's gonna see the comment. And he said, who gives you that? So that's when I even told Lady Ambrosia, I said, girl, you know, I know he was joking, but you need to come out when you come back and say, hey, you know, he's my friend and we're not into each other. You need to make that disclaimer before people start attacking you down the line for being a married woman and flirting with a married man. So I was telling her that personally, and I know people are saying, well, that's not your business. I was her friend at that time. So I was telling her so she don't get caught up in some bullshit because her channel is very much about magic. That girl, you want to nip that in the butt right now so it doesn't come back and bite you down the line, because then they're going to be like, oh, here go another whore, transgendered witch saying that she's married, but we all know that she's really not. So that's why I told her that privately. It wasn't a public statement. I told her that one-on-one. I said, girl, you want to nip that in the butt. So that's all I'm saying. He probably jokingly said it, but he said it. So that's all I said to her as a question. You know, if Marcus is a trained chaser for admiring your beauty and your feminine energy, because that's what he was doing, then isn't Hellbound? Because he also admires you. He also likes you. He also respects the goddess in you. So wouldn't he also be considered a trained chaser? So that was her question. My question to her. Wouldn't he be considered one too? So there you go. So he probably was jokingly calling her or said he would fuck her. I'm not saying it was serious. I'm just saying privately I told her, nip it. Because outside
so it was you know, even as a joke, you felt as if it were a little too far.
Well, other people will perceive it as that. So even though he was joking, and I'm sure a lot of people thought he was joking, I told her to nip that privately. I said, girl, you want that? Even in a private message, which I didn't even know until I posted it yesterday, she said that he was daddy. So I'm like, oh my God, like, okay, so when they call her a whore, that's her business. So I got out of it. When she said that, I said, okay, I'm really out of it. If you want to joke about a married man, so be it. But now you're saying he's not married. So I even feel like, oh my God, like, that was even stupid to even bring. You know, if she would have said he wasn't married, if she would have just said, oh, he's, you know, I would have said, okay, let's push it. But she said he's also married. So I thought, oh shit, two married spiritualists on YouTube flirting with each other. Everybody's gonna be like, oh hell no. So, like I said, she even misspoke that way, right? That was misinformation she gave out then too. So like I said, I don't even know what she said is real or legit. So that's why I said I'm done. I don't like to dissect people's dialogue. If you and I are talking, if I have to stop you every 5 seconds and say, wait, what do you mean by that? Like, to me, I'm not letting you be you. Like, I'm trying to dissect what you're saying and try to correct you. So with her, like I said, I'm just not interested in that. I don't want to keep, oh, it's misinformation, or I misspoke, or I didn't mean that. I meant to say this. Nope.
You say that you have a master's in psychology?
No. No.
Or you took some courses?
I took some courses on psychology. Yep.
All right. So, I forgot the medical definition for it. But there is a personality type.
Yes.
That when there's I'm having a hard time explaining it because it's been a long time.
You're thinking about it. Just say it.
There's a personality type to where, because I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain it. There's a personality type to where when a person speaks, there's one way that it's going on in their head.
Of course.
But then when it actually gets down to, you know, this region right here, it comes out
different
as they know what they're saying in here, but it comes out as seeming to other people as very rude, very disrespectful, or offensive. And there's And when this happens, they can't explain any more than what they know, or beyond what they just said. They can't really explain. And I'm forgetting what the term is called.
Yeah.
It's a personality disorder.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Mental disorder.
I talk about that. I talk about that personality disorder. So I talk about that on my channel too. Yep.
But
we're not.
It happens to a lot of people. That's why I have to catch myself before I actually say something. Like I do think about some things that I say just to make sure that it doesn't seem racist or homophobic, or but other people cannot.
Okay.
So when they say something, it may come off as a little racist or a little homophobic or whatever.
But now, if that was Lady A's situation, then that would be understandable. And
it's actually very hard to diagnose.
But I'm just saying though, if that was her situation, which I don't feel that, I'm a spiritualist first. I don't feel that at all. I don't feel like there's anything psychologically wrong with Lady A at all. So that whole personality, I don't think so. That's just my personal perception. I feel like I said once again that it's starting to try to defend what she did. I'm a good judgment of character. I've dealt with customer service since 15 years old. I'm 30 now. So 15 years of just dealing with different types of people, different type of culture. Like I don't just assume things about people. I let people express themselves to me, and if something don't seem right, I'm going to question that. So if she is that type of person, then why are you creating YouTube content? If you think that way, why are you not? I mean, if you're seeing things a certain way in your head, you vocalize it, and someone is telling you they didn't perceive it that way, and it's more than one person, then it's like, why are you not trying to get that worked out before you come forward and offer a service? And that's my issue with a lot of spiritualists. I went to therapists. I had a psychologist, I had a therapist, and a counselor to work me through my problems. I had a lot of problems. And before I came out and said, let me offer my spiritual assistance to you, I worked through my issues. I worked through what I was going through. So that's what I'm saying. If that is her case, then she should go seek some type of therapy, which she already should be doing as a transgender woman. She should be trying to go get that work done. But I don't think that's her case. I think you're trying to reason with that, not on purpose, but to, kind of defend her. No, there are people like that, but no, she said a lot of stuff on her channel that said that whatever she said, she meant it. Even on my channel, on our collaboration, she said stuff that she thought it and it came out correctly. Just when it comes to certain things that happen, no, I don't agree with that. With her, that's not her story. She know what she said. That's her belief. And she even say it when she say it. This is my belief, and that's fine. Everybody have the different beliefs, and I'm not going to step on her toes for that. My issue is, don't try to push it like that is accurate. I have a different opinion from other people. That's why I have a YouTube channel, and I'm not a follower. I don't go to people's chat rooms and to fight with them. Oh, no. No, I talk about what I want to talk about on my channel because I have a different opinion. So that's what I'm saying. If she had that disorder, then maybe she should think about having conversations with people, because there's only a few things that made me think she was racist. Not everything. She said a lot of great stuff. She did. Even on our collaboration, she talked about a lot of great stuff. I think that we have a lot in common, not just being transgender women. We talk a lot. We're always thinking. Even when I be talking, I'm looking at her mouth and I'm, she do that. I'm doing that too. I actually learned to get to control that. But yeah, so we have a lot in common. So I'm not a racist, so I didn't assume she was a racist at first. It's just certain things she said, and I said, well, maybe she's not a racist by choice. Maybe it's her environment. Maybe she's around a whole bunch of non-colored folks, and she's taken on their ways. I even said that in my video when I called her racist. I said maybe she's not originally a racist person. Maybe she just lives in a part of Indiana where there's no Black people or there's no Hispanic people, and she's becoming like her friends. Because she had no Black girls in that circle, or no girls with color. Like, they all have blonde hair, I'm Amanda, like Ashley, like they all have that look to them. So that's all I'm saying. Maybe she's not originally a racist. Maybe she wasn't brought up to be racist, but maybe Indiana have sculpted her to be that way. And I don't think it's a mental thing. I don't think she has that personality to where she's thinking and it doesn't come out the way she's thinking. I doubt that, because she's smart enough to say, oh shit, I didn't mean it that way. Wait a minute. Like, she's smart enough to do that. Especially being an air sign, we do that. We think what we say. Oh shit, wait a minute. Did I mean to say it that way? Let me correct that. But she don't do that. So that's what I'm saying. That's not her case. She said what she meant at that time, and now she wants to change it. It doesn't work that way. Not in the real world, honey.
All right. Well, no, because I'm still thinking about the comment that you found racist, that just ends the topics of KKK over oppression and everything.
Yeah.
You know, it just seemed without seeing the videos.
Yes.
I could only assume that there was a natural progression
right
within the conversation. Like I tried to there was a few times where I tried to steer the conversation in a certain way.
Yes.
Just try to, you know, defuse situations, try to talk about something else.
Yes.
Try to calm down the situation.
Yes.
And now we just went back full circle.
Well, no. Because this whole conversation, see, like I said, I'm not saying you're smart as well. This conversation, we talked about several things, but the underlying of this video is about the comments I made on my video on Friday. And the comments was pertaining to the Lady Ambrosia situation. So the whole point of this whole conversation is maybe not 100%, but it's about that situation. And things that are being brought up is pertaining to her. We're not when you brought up the personality thing, you're not talking about yourself when you say that, or you are, but I think like you're bringing it up the way my mind works. You're bringing it up to say that that's her way too. That's why she probably misspoke or misgave. No, I don't think that with her. So that's why I wanted to shut that down. If you were thinking that, I don't think that's her situation. She's not, she doesn't have that brain. Like, I know she doesn't. She's no.
Well, the problem with that personality disorder though is that they don't realize it.
So
that's the whole.
Do you think she's like that though? Do you think she has a
racist?
No.
Oh, the personality disorder? I don't. I can't.
No, go ahead. No. Don't hold back. No, don't hold back.
There are things like I'm subscribed to her. I watched a lot of her videos, and I've never once had that feeling of I'm uncomfortable because of some racist or some other form of bigotry.
See,
I've never had that. Feeling.
See, I'm not saying that though. See, once again, I feel like my words are being twisted. That's like
no. I'm just going off of what you have said about your guys' private conversations. I'm also looking at what I know of her from outside the conversation.
Of course.
About so I've been in a couple live chats with her, and I'm subscribed to her. I've watched her videos, and nothing she has said has come by as bigoted in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Including racist.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to defend her. I'm not trying to say she's right, you're wrong. That's
okay. Well,
that's not what I'm saying.
About that.
But it's just that she's it just seems like for such a to me it's a slight. For such a slight to have this much drama over is
it's not a lot of drama though. That's what I'm saying. I think in the past 6 weeks I probably made like 30 videos. Probably less than that. I don't know. I don't keep up with my video postings. The videos have not been about her. So it's not about her. She's making it a molehill. Even in the conversation, she's turned a little dot into a big ass molehill. Hereditary. She's not the only hereditary witch on YouTube. So like I said, I don't want to get redundant because I hate being redundant. It's not about her. That video was not about her. It was about she was in it. But I don't give a fuck about Lady Ambrosia. And that's all I'm saying. I don't care about her life. Like, for what she presented to me, I don't agree with that. So I'm going to keep it moving. So it's not drama. It's just healthy, grown-up conversations. She presented things to me and other people. And like I said, I'm not the only one. Even when I thought she was being racist, I asked other people. I said, well, did you think? And that's how we all said, yeah, she does seem a little Indiana-ish. One of them called her, she's stereotypical Indiana poster child, which I don't know what that meant. I didn't even ask her, what do you mean by that? Because I got family in Indiana who are of color. So I'm like, I don't know what that means. But still, like I said, not just my perspective for her is racist. There are, I can tell you several people off the back right now that have commented and said, she seems a little too goody, and she tends to come off a little like she know it all, and also that she is superior because she's a white woman. Like 7 people have said that, including 3 white people that are not racist. And like I said, myself, which is a transgender woman, I'm the only transgender woman, a lesbian woman, a cisgender heterosexual woman, and then you got that gay male named Marcos. So that's all I'm saying. If more than one person is saying she's racist, honey, like I didn't tell them she was racist. I didn't come out the back and say she's racist. People were coming to me saying, you know, you want to be careful with that one, because even going to Indiana, I was going to go to the Pagan Pride. People are like, you might want to take your security with you because you don't know what part of Indiana she in. They might not be too fond and, you know, coming off the way that she. And when they said that, that's what made me say, wait a minute, you are the 7th person that has said that there might be some racism here, that I might get there and get set up. So that's all I'm saying. It's not me being sensitive. It's not me just saying she's racist because she's a white trans woman coming for me. I'm saying that what she presented to me and my people who are very articulate as well, they're not stupid. They, you know, they're not going to just say, I think she's racist. Come on now. No, what she presented to us is very racist. And she had a chance to clarify that, and she did not. She's still stuck on her family getting thrown under the bus. Like I said, I don't know her mama. I don't know her grandma. I don't know her daddy. Girl, honey, I don't know none of that stuff. I just know what she told me. So I wouldn't bring her in. There's a lot of witches on YouTube that are just happen to be white that say they're hereditary. So I brought them up. And then she came up because I talked to her personally. She's the only hereditary witch that I talked to privately. So like I said, it's not drama. She turned a mole into a freaking molehill. And I had to shut that down to make it seem like I was not offended by her, or to clarify that I was not trying to be dramatic with her, because I know she presented that way. She said it. That's what I said in my video. I show my receipts. She was emailing me. She was blowing me up. I didn't blow her up. When she would message me, I actually ignored it. Like I was not like going back and forth like that. I was just like, oh my God, here we go. So the drama is her. The drama is what she did. I clarified what she did, and I'm done with that. So there's no drama over here. Like I said, there's no drama over here. I don't care about what she's doing at all. You know, even her viewers were sending me, people that are her viewers were sending me stuff. And that would be a shady thing for me to do, and a childish thing if I showed receipts on that and, you know, covered their name. But people who she think is cool with her were sending me messages saying, you know, flat out, even when they didn't know her side, you know, she was trying to jump on your bandwagon to get something out of it. And now she's trying to reverse the script. And I believe that, because even in her private video she did for 6 minutes, that's the only one I think, she made it seem like I was trying to get her, like I needed her to pull me up. I needed her to make me famous. Even in her private conversation, well, I'm sorry, I can give you more content in your videos. I don't need to talk about you to make me more famous or to get clients, darling. I just talked about you being a fellow spiritualist who's coming out offering services, and you're not ready. I don't think she's ready to offer services. That's just my personal opinion. And just so happened, racism came into that. But my whole purpose of talking about this is to say she is not fully ready to offer spiritual services for people. That's just it. That's my all broad perspective of that. And like I said, that's not just my opinion. So, you know, it is what it is. Nothing against her. I have my beliefs about her personally, but publicly, she's not ready. And that's all I'm saying.
Okay, so you have several people. Sorry, you have several people that had the weird feeling of her being a little racist.
Yes.
And they came to you saying, "Yeah, I find it," and then you were doing some things in your head, saying, "Oh, well, they're pointing this out. They're pointing this out.
Yes.
This seems a little racist. That seems a little racist."
Yes.
So that was the whole process of everything going on between the conversations and other people.
Yes.
Coming back and forth from her channel or other conversations with her or something like that.
Now, mind you, though, I never told these people when they brought on their racial perception of her, I never shared with them. I think she's racist too, because I know people are messy on YouTube. They'll go back and say, oh, Mystic Persia saying you're racist. So I never shared with them that, yeah, I think she's racist too. But in my mind, and there's one person I shared with privately that I do think she's racist, because they put the ice on the cake. Yeah, that did come across a little it came across a little biased. It came across a little like she was trying to say that white people are more advanced than every other person. So when that person shared it with me, because I know them personally, I said, oh my God, I agree. So I agree too. She was the only one I said that to. Everybody else, I let them give me their point of view. So that's what I'm saying. I didn't voice back with them, oh yeah, she is racist, and we're just all sitting around in a circle saying, yeah, she's a racist bitch. No. Like, they told me their opinion of her, and I'm like, oh my God. So I'm not just saying this, because I do question that. I do say, do I think this person is being racist, or do I think this person, like, I question myself, like, or is it just me seeing that? And then if other people are telling me the same thing, then it's like, so they got it got to be true. If I thought that and they thought that too, it has to be true. Like, we're all different people from different walks of life. We don't live in the same house. We don't talk personally. How did they all have the same opinion about her if it's not true, or at least true in our perception? I mean, I don't know.
That's actually the point I was going to get at, is your perception.
Yes.
Because you can even take it, me for example.
Yes.
I have personal experiences with Lady Ambrosia.
Yes.
And a lot of my subscribers are her subscribers.
Yes.
I think actually a couple of my subscribers came from her channel.
Yes.
To be honest.
Yes.
But you do understand that as I debate. Again, that's what I do.
Of course.
So from my perspective as a debater, I can use the same arguments.
Of course.
That you use, saying, well, there's me, and then there's also several other people.
Right.
That I know, and they're like, no, she's the sweetest, kindest person I've ever met. Which, to be honest, and she's here right now, and I will say it, lady, you can be a cunt sometimes, but
But though, everything is perception. That's why I tell people, you cannot get everyone to agree with you, because perception is based off of what you perceive, and your perception is your psychology, how your brain operates. So we all have different brains, and even I did a etymology on spirituality. Psychology is spirituality. Psychology is the science of spirituality. So, my perception of her is my experience of her, and that's why I speak my experience of her. So that's my truth. Now, people could discredit it. It's like the transgender thing. Transgenders are females. Our hardwire is female. Our emotion, everything is, not all of us. I'm talking about myself. I was born intersex. Mm-hmm. So it's female. Everything, our chemistry, everything is as a female. So when people see it on the outside, they're like, well, you're not a female because you were born with this and that. And when you were on your birth certificate, they said you're a man. So it's like, I'm not going to sit here and fight with them about that, because that's their perception. Me fighting with them about their psychology, it might be wrong, but that's just my perception of it. But I can't get people to perceive things the way I perceive it. And that's all I'm saying. My perception of her is that she's racist. Other people will say she's not. That's fine. Just like Donald Trump, we think he's racist. Some people say he's not. Okay, we can't fight because of that. Everyone has their own perception and what they're pulling from other people. Just like beauty, everything's debatable. Some people find people beautiful. Some people say they're ugly. Like, you can't fight with the ones that say someone's beautiful is ugly. That's how they perceive it. So everybody's perception is different. And that's what I talk about on my channel. Let people have a different opinion from you. If it does not apply, let it fly. I'm not on YouTube to change people's minds. I'm here to give you a different perspective, and hopefully you kind of look into it. If not, oh well. I'm not here to change you. I'm not here to beg you to say, hey, see it my way. No. So that's all I'm saying. So, yeah. She's not racist to you. She's racist to me. Not full-blown racist, but there's some racist stuff there. Let me say that. She may not be a full-blown racist, fuck the ends, but there is some stuff there. And that's all I'm gonna say. There's some stuff there. So that's all I'm gonna say.
All right, if you actually go through my channel,
which
I don't have very many videos, but there are times where I do talk about the Black community. and stats and everything else. If you were to go watch one of those videos, talking to me beforehand, talking to me now,
I wouldn't think you're racist.
And so even if I said statistically from the FBI, black males between the ages of 18 and 32 commit the most homicides.
I agree.
You would not consider me as a racist.
No, because that's facts. And you said according to the FBI. So then I could go to Google or go down to my local law enforcement agency and I can see that for myself. So you're actually not only citing your sources, but you're giving your opinion. And I agree with you. I trust me, I do. Just like I don't think blacks are being killed more than whites are by police officers. People don't talk about that. I don't. I think, you know, everybody's is feeling injustice, but they want to push the black stuff so there could become a race war. And that's why I said, even with the Lady Ambrosia thing, I don't want to keep going back and forth with that, because it's going to become ultimately a black witch versus white witch, a black, you know, African-based spirituals versus a pagan. And it's not about that. It's about her own personal views. So like I said, I agree with you. 18 to 32 are going to homicide. Yes, and a lot of it is black on black crime. There's more black on black crime than any other crime out there. So that's why I'm not pro-black, because you're talking about unity amongst the black people when you're killing black folks. You're putting down gay black people. Like, how is the racist whites going to take you serious? Like, really? So that's what I said. I'm not even
racist, and I don't even take them seriously.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't take them seriously.
And I'm a liberal.
That's what I'm saying. I don't take them seriously. So it's like, if we're going to talk truth, let's say it all on the line. You know, if you're going to say transgender people are pedophiles, because that's what they say, the LGBT are perverts, they molest children and stuff, then let's talk about the priests. Are they gay? You know, let's talk about, you know, the religious standpoint. Let's talk about who's actually been in prison, who went to prison for child molestation. How many of them were married? Even on Megan's Law, you look at these people like, you know, in California, we have Megan's Law where you see all the sex offenders and stuff. Like, you know, you look that up, it's like a whole bunch of statements could be made off of that, but we all know black people that molest kids. We all know white people that molest kids. So that is racial. You are speaking hate when you say only whites do that. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think you're racist. You're speaking facts. I agree with you. There are 18 to 32. There is, yeah. There's even deeper facts than that. But if you tell that to black folks, you know, they will be like, "Excuse me." Or even if you bring up the white stats or the you know, Caucasian Americans, they'll say, "Well, it's because those people were trailer trash." And it's like, wait a minute. You know, it's
the
like
majority of sexual assaults actually happen from people who are familiar with the family,
right?
Or family members.
Hello. That's what I'm like. I mean, and these stats are also proven by who got caught. There's a lot of people that commit crime that don't get caught for it. So
right.
They're only giving you stats of who got caught. So it's like, not even those are the 100% truth. So why am I going to sit here and say you're racist because you believe that 2% truth? Like, no. With her, like I said, there was a lot of statements made that had me to think that maybe she is a little, and then other people thought that. So like I said, for her, that's why I'm saying she's racist. If she said blacks, it's a proven fact that blacks go to jail by 15 twice the amount of times of their Caucasian counterpart, and that's the truth, I won't say, "Oh girl, you're racist," because you're talking about black people. Like, no, you're talking facts. But if you're just bringing up stuff that has nothing to do with that, because we were not talking about the Norse culture at all, then it's kind of like, okay, girl.
Were you talking about cultures in general, like different spiritual cultures?
No, we were actually talking about Afro spirituality, because the whole conversation, I won't go into it, we were talking about the black spiritualists that are fighting with other black spiritualists about who is initiating the Afro spirituality and who's not. And then I brought up my opinion on that. And then Marcus brought up his opinion on that. And then we just start jumping from that to the Asian civilization. And then she brought up the Norse culture. Like, she started all that. We weren't even talking about the Vikings. We weren't bringing up nothing, no racial anything. We were just talking about my experience on YouTube, and then to bring up that. And then she brought in the white stuff or the Norse stuff. And I'm like, okay, we're having a conversation about people acting stupid. Why would you bring that up? And it has nothing to do with this conversation. But we still entertained it. We still went in on it. You know, she said her part. He said his part. I was just watching because I said I'm not going to give my input on that. That's not my expertise, honey. I'm not into that. I know the history, but I'm not in on that. And like I said, I even mediated between them two because he was saying I don't agree with you. And I think they even really got into it when they brought up Aphrodite. I think that's what really made them get into it. Yeah, because Aphrodite was brought up, and then we talked about Hermes and Aphrodite having a kid, which was her hermaphrodites, hermaphroditus, which is the hermaphrodites, you know, god or deity. Right. So, and then like I said, that's when it just kept going and going on. And then Marcos ended it. He was like, you know what? Well, it was nice having a chat. And then, like I said, it wasn't an open discussion to where I was bringing up my stuff, he was bringing up his stuff, she was bringing up her stuff. She kind of just came and left field with that. Like we weren't even thinking about that at all. Like I think Marcos probably said Africa is the motherland because of resources, and then I think she counteracted it. I don't even remember the conversation verbatim. I just remember when she made her statements, I was like, oh, that's kind of out the blue. And like I said, if you watched the video last night, you'll see that. You'll see that it's not just once. Like you'll see, because I'll say, Marcos, you know, do you remember that conversation? Am I tripping? And he's like, no, she brought that up. It was really her that talked about that. Like we didn't bring up Norse. Like that's not my past. You know, it might be in me. I do believe in Odin, like I said before, and many other elder gods that are part of the Norse culture, but I'm not going to sit here and, you know, go back and forth with it. So she brought that up. And it was shocking to me because I'm like, a Romani, you know, gypsy, you know, who's talking about my Romani grandmother who's in the heritage. Like, I like I said, it was just, I was confused with that. Like, where did this come from anyway? Like, I don't know. I'm just confused with it. So like I said, it came across as superiority. And not just with me, as I said, not just with me, all parties involved. Every interaction we had with each other and other people were involved, she rubbed them the wrong way. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. She rubbed them the wrong way, just a little bit. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, honey.
I can't type. I got a new keyboard, sorry.
Okay, yeah. Weak people. Let me ask you this: what do you talk about I mean, I've seen your videos, but what is your perception over? Because I don't think the people that are in your chat, I don't think they know what the whole point of this video was. It wasn't about. I mean, you made it about that, but I was not coming here to add more fuel about Lady Ambrosia. But for some reason, your chat seems that she's a hot topic. Like, I mean, I'm confused.
Well, because one of my subscribers, I understand where the question is going. One of my subscribers has actually been here pretty much since you came on the channel, or since you came on. And she noticed how I was trying to deviate away from, like, originally this was about the video and the part where you said meta witch, which you explained yourself. So and how to deal with the drama and everything that goes on YouTube, because a lot of people they complain about mean comments on YouTube, other channels or whatever, saying that it's harassment and bullying and whatever. And it's like, here's a person who's, you know, calling me a skinhead, you know, and the fact that you know, I seen the video, and then I checked my email. I as I was watching the video, I checked my email real quick, and I'm like, holy crap, she emailed me the next day after this video. So I'm like, you know, now I'm confused. What's really going on here? So that was the original point of the video. When you came on, I was going to address the situation, like, why were you disrespecting me by, you know, I felt like it was like a guilt by association kind of deal, because yes, I do know Lady Ambrosia. So I was like, so Now my debate has been turned down because of this. And you know, your message, yeah, I was going to respond, yeah, sure, we can have a Google Hangouts beforehand, whatever, you know, that's perfectly logical. And so it went from that. Then you came on, and we talked about that situation, and then we talked about the original topics that I had, which, you know, the relationship between the LGBT community and non-LGBT community, as well as the Norse eating kids part. So we talked about those subjects, and yeah, the Norse eating babies was part of the Lady Ambrosia part, but I've been trying to steer away from the drama and trying to see, and when I couldn't, I was trying to see if I could find a way to stop the drama.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you how my mind is working, because I talked about her in the video, and I even said it when I first came on here. I don't want to go into what we talked about in the video, but she popped up in a live chat, so that's why she was brought up again, because she came in after we discussed that. But it seems to me, it's apparent to me that even when we're going to end the live chat, that you will bring up something to defend what was said, even when you're saying, well, it doesn't come off to me that she was being racist. Well, my debate wasn't about you thinking she's a racist or not. My debate was about, I think she's a racist and I'm not changing that. So that's why it keeps going back to that. Every time you are deviating it, something is still being said that relates to that topic. And that's what I'm getting. And I know I'm not just making up. That's what I'm getting, because you brought up even the personality. And I was like, well, we're not talking about the way you think, because I haven't watched your videos. So, you know, I don't know anything about you to say, oh, yeah, you're stupid. Oh, you're racist too. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? So like I said, I see you trying to deviate, but I also see when we are deviating that you are bringing up stuff that could possibly defend how I feel about her. And that's what's coming across to me. Even with the personality thing, something coming out the wrong way, I'm like, why is he bringing this up unless he bringing it up for Lady Ambrosia? That's to make me say, no. That's what I'm talking about. But like I said, I don't care. I don't care about the situation. It wasn't nothing big. It was 5 minutes. So she's not a hot topic, but this conversation, she is coming up. She's even in a live feed talking mess. Like, girl, you had your chance to talk about it. You didn't talk about it. And now you're upset, girl. Just like you made it seem like I was chasing after you, which I was not. So that's all I'm saying. I've been done with it last night. We are deviating the conversation, but things are being brought up that goes back into her. And it could be connected to her. And maybe you don't see that right now, but yeah, it could be connected to her. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, I want to clarify that. That's not her mind. If you think like that, you could think like that. You didn't offend me. You didn't say nothing that makes me think you're a racist. You didn't say nothing that makes me think you're sexist. She did. So if that is her, if that's the way you think, that's fine. But I'm not going to say that's her. I'm not going to say that's how she thinks. And ain't nobody got time for that, Sissy Yan. You can actually exit out the chat, honey. Anyway.
No, she's actually my youngest subscriber.
What I'm saying is that's why you don't have to plug me in, because I'm not interested in people like Cece, Leon, and the other girl that said that somebody is hot topic and shit, girl. Like,
my subscribers know that I do not tolerate harassment of any kind of other YouTubers that I promote. It's just a common courtesy thing that I do when somebody comes live on my channel.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm not interested.
It's just a common.
I'm not interested in CC. I'm not interested in none of them, honey. And you said they're young. How young are they? Should they even be on YouTube?
No, CC doesn't have a channel.
Okay, no. Should she? I mean, how young is she? Should she even be watching YouTube? How young is she? Do you know?
Middle school age. That's all I know.
Oh, that makes sense. I was saying because she's acting like 13.
Middle school age.
See, that's so weird. So I was gonna say she's acting like she's 13. She said people have lives. You just in the chat, like, No one's telling you to stay here. Are you paying your people? Let me ask you this, Matt, which maybe I'm jumping the guns here. Do you pay your subscribers to come into your live chat to watch your videos? Because she's making it seem like you're clocking her in or something. I'm gonna. I want. Are you paying her? Because she's saying that she got a life. So I wonder, are you keeping her here? Did you threaten her? Wait a minute. Did you say
I'm holding her hostage in my basement.
Yes. Okay. Okay. That's what it is. Okay, I knew it. Because I'm like, girl,
No, she just really enjoys my content. She's
okay.
She's fangirl. She's fangirling.
Okay. Good. Well, like I said.
She just said it too. She's like, I'm too dedicated for it. Just as I said that, she said it. I'm too dedicated to the fan.
Okay. Okay.
She just really likes my stuff. She's actually my notification squad.
Good. See, we all need that. That's I'm like, okay, I love it. Okay, I thought you were paying her or something because my people just exit out. People have exited out my chat and said, "Girl, you're still on here," but she's like, "Oh, can we end it?" Anyway.
Yeah, I've actually been wanting to get some food for.
Well, yeah. Well, we could have ended this a long time ago. I'm not holding you hostage either. I can keep talking. My brain keeps going and going and going and going and going.
I think your shortest video was like an hour and a half.
I'm glad we did this, and this will be actually the ultimate last video about Lady A. So you can have that document. This will be official last one. Last night was the last one, but she popped up in here. This is the last one. Okay?
All right.
All right.
So thank you for coming in. Thank you for accepting my invitation. I'm glad you did. Other people who I've sent the same kind of invitation to are like, no, fuck you. Your small stuff. You can't provide me with anything. And it's like, you're right, I can't. Except illogical debates. Let's get this thing done. You want a dialogue, let's have dialogue.
Yes.
But nobody wants dialogue. They say they do, they don't. But thank you, and thank you for being respectful on my channel. It's fresh.
Same to you.
All right. You take care easy.
You too. Bye-bye.